I don't have a way to record audio. It's recording my voice, but which is just what it is, I suppose. Anyways. All right, let's just play, I guess. Can everybody do a voice check for me so I can see if I can hear you? I wonder if... Tell me if this is the most annoying shit you've ever heard. Hold on. Talk now?
Talking now.
Can you guys... Can you hear your own voices in my echo?
No.
So I cannot.
Okay, let me see.
Your echo is so quiet, I can't hear it.
All right, well, then I can play it out of the fucking... Maybe... All right, it's recording you guys out of my fucking speakers. Talk now?
Good enough.
Yeah, it's going to be the worst fucking audio, but okay. All right, we're live. Here's the thing, everybody who's watching. The audio is the worst audio. You're probably not going to want to watch this session at all, but whatever. Okay, who showed up first?
John did.
Yeah, John was first, then Anton. And then Faendal or Josh. Is that right? And Sachi's last?
Is that how it happened? I honestly can't remember if I was here before you, Joanna.
It's okay. I'm just trying to get us lined up.
According to my screen, Joanna was in before Josh.
Okay, easy.
I reorganize people when I get them anyway.
Yeah. That's just going to be our basic rotation. Okay. Let me just get these windows here. I'll pause this shit. What a rough start. My God. Yeah, it's driving me absolutely mental, some of these audio issues. Like, I don't know how people stream this shit. Streaming this shit has proven to be, like, the most difficult part of the entire process. Also, John, are you logging in and out over and over, or is it just me?
I am not logging in and out.
Okay, so it's just me. I'll refresh. Okay, Sachi's... I converted... You had some, like, Electrum and stuff, Joanna. I was like, I don't know. Fuck that. I think it was like you looted some of it or something like that. Okay, what is the plan today exactly?
Well, we need to finish looting around where White Claw was. Like, I think there was a cave.
In the morning, we wanted to check the cave, yeah.
Yeah, and then we needed to go back and visit the woman at Raven River to get the reward, or just tell her we did it, and then we head off to Crest.
Okay. So let's go to where we left off. So you guys basically just slayed White Claw. Can you hear audio?
It sounds cold.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear it. Does it sound like shit coming through my speakers? Can you hear it?
It's a little louder than normal.
It is a little louder.
Well, I mean, like, can you... Is it an audio level, or it is coming through my microphone and also coming through your headphones and being all weird?
I mean, it's wind.
Yeah, okay. Is it displeasurable is what I'm asking.
It is independent of your microphone, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so you guys... So the last that we left off, Faendal skinned these things. He has the hides, as it were. So Napoleon, you're not going to be able to necessarily skin one. You can certainly ask for one, or maybe you guys want to trade or whatever.
No, I'm gonna ask nicely. But not now.
Okay.
I'll let him carry it.
Okay. So yeah, this is where White Claw was just kind of hanging out or whatever. What do you guys want to do? You're standing over the corpses of a bunch of skinned wolves. And I'm going to get a drink. It is... So you guys left the Druid village in the morning. You ventured all the way past the winery and basically got to south of Kresk here. So it's probably coming up around like 6 or 7 p.m. at this point, or maybe just before that. Let me get a beer. Hold on.
Okay, it's evening.
I mean, we should go to the cave.
Where's this cave?
I'm assuming it's just down this crevasse that we're in.
Okay, sorry
And
guys.
say we head north.
Thanks. Do we know where the cave is?
Well, you guys,
That lady.
yeah, you guys basically did the hunting here. You were south. So you can head back to Raven River if you guys want to do that.
I mean, Josh, what's your nature? Can you do like a nature check to see whether you can find tracks that will lead us to the cave?
Yeah, sure.
I think like since we're already here, we might as well check it out. You know.
1 second. I'm pretty sure I get advantage.
You're looking for like White Claw's cave. Basically, what you guys know about the werewolves is that you have heard that there are two werewolf packs fighting for dominance, as it were. You know that the wolves are north of Kresk. You haven't arrived at Crest yet, but in crossing this Raven River Bridge, you met a lady, and the lady said, "These damn wolves keep attacking my cattle and my rabbits and my farm. Could you please eliminate them?" You have now eliminated them, and you can return for your reward. But the werewolf den, as it were, is not in this southern forest. This is just where White Claw was hanging out.
Yeah, I think we should go back to that lady so we can get the ointment that will cure, oh my gosh,
Napoleon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's
so
not an
Is
issue.
that what she promised us?
Uh, yeah, she promised you guys a restorative ointment, as it were. Ovidia is her name.
Now, would we know how far we are, how many days away the full moon is?
Well, you can ask Ovidia. She looks up at the sky, and she's going to do a perception check here. She's just a farmer. Former druid, though. Yeah, so she knows that the full moon is coming shortly. Not tonight, maybe the next day or the day after. She's not 100% sure.
How's the ointment?
Now, here's a question for you, Ovidia. Well, no, for you, did she make the ointment, or did she just have it? Like, is she an ointment lady?
She is.
That's a question for her.
Yeah, that's a question for her. But she basically says she didn't make the ointment. She got the ointment from Sonya. Sonya is the sister of Anya, who's the potioneer in Valakai. Sonya lives in Kresk. She has a storefront, and she got the restorative ointment from her. She says, "Oh, have you killed White Claw?"
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
We
you
have.
killed him dead.
I've got the hide here to prove it. And I pull out the hide and I show it triumphantly.
Okay, groovy. So she is going to give you this restorative ointment. Who's going to take this? There's only one.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I don't think I'm in a rush to use it. Because last night I just grew a bunch of hair and got stronger. What I'm thinking is maybe hold off on taking this ointment for one more day and seeing what happens. I could pull another all-nighter and just
Maybe
carry
more.
a point.
How about I
get even
take one of
stronger.
my silver cards and I just jam it into your leg? And we leave it there as a barometer for how werewolf you're becoming. The more it
I
hurts,
don't-
the more werewolf you're becoming.
I will let you do that tomorrow morning after I have healed.
Well, how just in case you give me all your silver arrows? I mean, you shouldn't have any of those on your person.
He absolutely should. It's the gauge. If they hurt him too much, we know we gotta either kill him or give him the ointment.
Yeah, but you're gonna shove a dagger in his knee anyways, though.
That's a dart. And just in his thigh. Just leave it there.
She looks at you, Napoleon. She looks at you and says, You haven't been bitten, have you?
I might have.
He did.
That's up to ya.
Yeah, he got bit.
Well, she has this restorative ointment because presumably she keeps it on hand because these wolves attack all the time. But she mentions to you that if you've been bitten, you can seek Sonia's care in Kresk. She can help. I mean, you also have this ointment.
Also does the job.
Well, the ointment, it says that it will cure you of any disease. Lycanthropy is a disease if it is inherited from a bite. But this restorative ointment is not going to help you after the turn, she says.
Ooh.
There may be solutions if you want to talk to Sonia about something like that, but this is a preventative restorative ointment that will cure a disease.
Alright, I mean, I think we should go to Kresk and just fucking go get down there and talk to Sonya. If I can gain extra strength, I think that might be worth a little bit of a risk.
Alright, well, let's go to Kresk. See what it looks like.
Okay, so you guys... So Kresk is very close, in fact. So let's bring us back out here for a moment. And we will clear some of this fog. Kresk is just a little bit north here.
Hey, Kyle, quick question.
Yes.
The 3 poisons you gave me, they
Yes.
all appear to do the same thing, but attempt 3 is worth 50 gold, and attempt 1 and 2 are only worth 10 gold.
Let me just see here. Oh, so these let me just see. I might have changed the formula in the details. Let me just see. DC 8. Yeah, so in fact, the first attempt is your shittiest poison. The second attempt is your next best, and the third is your like a proper. So the Constitution saving throws is actually graded up. The descriptions are not accurate. So, yeah, so when you use them, we'll do whatever. But basically, the first 2 are low DC saves, and they're only worth a certain amount. They're shit potions or poisons. The third one's like a full-on proper execution, so it's worth the cost of an actual poison. But they're all poisons, as it were.
So when I make a poison from now on, is it going to be similar to attempt 3 or get better, or did I just get...
You'll just be able to make poisons. But in fact, we'll talk about it because like there's ingredients, in fact. Like if you... It depends on what kind of poisons you want to make, but you are able to make a poison now, as it were.
Can you make more mushroom potions?
That's a different deal. That's not a poison, as it were.
I mean, I have 2 mushroom potions. Do you want to have one?
I also have one. Ooh, what is all this?
So you guys arrive at the fortified village of Kresk, or the city of Kresk, I should say. And let me get you guys out here as I describe this. Oh, you guys are injured, huh? So you can see the city of Kresk tucked away behind massive stone walls here. The ground is covered in snow, and it is quite cold. It's snowing. Looming above the village, you can see the abbey on a granite rock outcropping. So that's the Abbey of St. Markovia, very old, holy place. There's 2 square towers that act as gatehouses kind of here, and you can see flanking the entire wall here, we have soldiers. Carved above the doors that you see there are the words Kresk. And these guards are all wearing furs. They're patrolling as they walk the walls. And as you guys kind of roll up here and you get off your carriage, you kind of like see that they're eyeballing you. They hail down to you, in fact, and they say, "Who goes there?"
Hey-o, we're the pen pals. Let us in. It's cold out here.
Layers of werewolves and wolves and monsters in general.
We kill bad things.
You've done some good things.
John, Fandel, you should try like wave around to stop me that body.
Yeah. So are you waving it around? Is that what's happening? Okay. So they see you. What they're interested in is White Claw, in fact. So they're wary of outsiders here at Kresk. You guys have heard rumors that they've been under the siege of these werewolves that live to the north. And the village has kind of been rocked. So they look down at you and you're waving this friggin' wolf pelt and they say, "No person is allowed entry into Kresk unless they bring supplies." And they go on to say, "Dmitri, our burgomaster, has issued orders that if you bring supplies, you are to be let in, and there are only two other exceptions."
The pen pals?
What are the two exceptions? I'm assuming slaying monsters is one of them.
So this guy pulls out like a scroll, and he kind of like, he's a bumbling idiot, but the rest of them seem kind of like sharp as a tack. And this guard starts reading. Condition 1. Our shipment of wine from the Wizards of Wine is overdue. We believe our shipment has not arrived because the traders were killed by the white werewolf known as White Claw. Are you guys bringing the wine by chance?
No,
No, we brought
the
one.
White
We brought the White Claw instead.
We brought the White Claw instead.
Confusing, we know, but
And then they say, the second condition is that Sonya needs ingredients from Valakai. If you are bringing ingredients for Sonya, you will be gained entrance.
We have those ingredients.
Okay. Then you guys are going to be let in. As for White Claw, they're excited to see that. They will give you a reward. They say, please see Darovich in town. There is a reward for White Claw. Now they say, there is one other thing. All of those who wish to enter Kresk will have to submit to the test. Punishment upon failure of the test is death. Do you wish to take the test?
Why, what's this test?
Yeah.
They throw down a dagger into the snow. And they say, and you can see that the archers are taking position and kind of standing at the ready, and the guards at the top of the wall. Like, you can hear tension, or sort of you can feel tension in the air. They basically say, please take the dagger and cut each of your palms. We need to see your palms.
okay.
I want to do an insight check on this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna join you on that.
Ooh.
Can I, using sleight of hand, cut my palm quickly and just like see what happens without them noticing?
So, you guys, on your insight, you realize that this is a way to test if you have some sort of situation going on. So, like, if you're a vampire, you can, like, you'll regenerate. If you're a ghoul or undead, you won't bleed red. If you are a werewolf, this is a silver blade. Well, this is a silver blade.
In which case, yo, seriously, guys, I am already injured pretty fucking badly. If you throw down a health potion, I'll fucking cut myself, but otherwise, fucking let me in.
Give me a persuasion check. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So these archers are pulling back their strings. They're waiting for you guys to do this test. Napoleon, you can certainly try and do a sleight of hand or something. You're going to have to describe exactly what you're going to do here.
So I'm gonna roll my sleight of hand, and I'm just gonna gently like slide my hand down my silver short sword, just like a little nick to see what happens.
Okay, so I'm confused. Like, with your, what is your sleight of hand for? To not let them see that you're, like, are you trying to fake a cut?
No, I'm trying to cut myself preemptively to see whether I need to be worried.
Okay, so you pick up the dagger, let's say, and you turn around to walk back to the group here. And as you do that, and you have the dagger in front of you, like your back is blocking, you make a small nick on your hand with the silver blade, and it hurts bad. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck, that's what I was worried about.
Oh, okay. You were able to keep it like on the low for now. But if you're going to have to make a full cut, you're going to have a problem probably.
In that case, I'd like to use my sleight of hand to apply this ointment.
Okay.
Because
How are you just going to...
You're just gonna bail on it, eh?
Well, what do you want to do? Are you applying the ointment to your hand to heal, or you're just going to down it, essentially?
I mean, it says that I have 5 charges.
Yeah, there's 5
I don't
uses.
know. Yeah, so I mean, I can swallow it. So I'm just gonna swallow like.
Why don't you just use an arrow to cut your hand and using your sleight of hand to make it look like you're using the dagger?
Or like you already have the blood. You've cut yourself already. Just pool the blood in your hand and pretend to take the knife across it.
Fuck it. We'll see. Worst case, we die.
Let's just see how we roll. It's gonna be whatever you feel you can get away with a roll.
I mean, I don't know. Would it be a persuasion? If it's a
You
persuasion,
could- you
I'm
could-
gonna right now.
You could just
Do it. Persuade.
well, I'll just leave it to you what you're going to do here.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think you could be sleight of hand to make it look like you cut yourself in front of them, even though you already just cut yourself to see what was going to happen. You now have the blood, and you can just.
So, do I have a disguise kit as well? Let me just take a quick look. Because if I do, then I will just make some fake blood. More fake blood.
You don't need fake blood.
You know
You have
what?
actual blood. You cut yourself.
Just cut yourself using a non-silver blade.
He's already cut himself.
Yeah, but he's only cut himself a little bit.
Yeah, he just nicked himself.
Yeah, there's like I nicked my
He needs
finger.
to make a bigger
see what
cut, so
happens.
use something that's not silver and just make it look like you are.
That just seems like I'm not gonna be able. Like I'm worried I'm not gonna be able to pull it off.
Then
Yeah,
you don't pull it
I'm-
off.
Do
yeah,
something.
I'm 1 hit away. I'm just gonna take a mouthful of ointment
All right.
because I am in bad shape right now.
Okay, so take it. You can use the ointment, take a charge of it, or whatever. And
Charge.
yeah, you take it, you down it. You notice absolutely nothing, but presumably this is what this thing is for. And
I mean, it does also heal me, which is nice. So at least I feel better.
yeah, 2d8 plus 2. Yeah. Okay, so everybody now has to do this if they'd like to be granted entry, or you can get up to some other tomfoolery. But
Well, I tried my tomfoolery already, so I guess I'll just fucking cut myself.
all right.
I'm gonna clean the blade off first, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, don't trust him, right?
I don't want John or Legolas's dirty ass blood.
Dude, my blood will get you high.
Okay, and then Sachi, presumably your character's going to do the same.
Yeah.
All right,
Clean the
everybody.
blade first.
Yeah, make sure you clean the blade first. I don't know what everybody's so paranoid about.
COVID, doy.
Yeah. Okay, so I will show this. This is basically Kresk. Yeah, you guys all passed this test. It's no big deal. And Napoleon, after taking this, you cut across your palm, and you're fine. I mean, you're bleeding, but you're more or less fine.
Do we lose any health for doing that?
I'm not gonna say you lose health. No, it's just a little, whatever the hell.
Should I pocket this dagger? Just let it flash the silver dagger?
No, somebody's coming down to greet you, and they are basically going to let you in. Presumably, they're going to be expecting this dagger from you guys if you want to head. All right. Yeah, this guy comes out and welcomes you. You guys can all come on in. He's going to take that dagger from you. And you guys can make your way inside of Kresk. The city of Kresk. Immediately upon entering Kresk, you guys notice that it is quite chilly here. So you guys are basically heading further and further north. Well, you're west in Barovia, but you're essentially heading north into the snowy areas. When you come in to the right, you guys notice like a large manor that is sitting to the right. It's obviously the biggest manor in all of the village. It's the burgomaster's manor, presumably. Behind the manor, you see a small graveyard, presumably a family graveyard. And at the side of the manor is a cellar that is shut, but leads downwards below. This is the Kreskov Manor. And of course, there are other locations if you want to continue. Or you can head in. You can do whatever you want. What are you guys doing?
Well, then let's wrap up on the door of the burgomaster and get a reward for
No, but that's
killing
not
White.
the burgomaster. That's Darovich. The burgomaster is Dmitri. Looking for someone else.
Darovich said we get a reward for killing Whiteclaw.
Yeah,
No.
Darovich. Darovich, there is a reward for killing Whiteclaw, and Darovich can help you with that. But Dmitri is the burgomaster. He's right.
I mean, I guess we should say hi to Dmitri. He is after all the burgomaster.
Oh, also,
On his favorite door.
while we're here, let me show you guys a few things. So, you guys have gained favor with the Mardikovs. You returned to Muriel with the green gem. So that is where I'm going to put that one. This one is not yet. That's an ongoing mission. Here is the next step in the Faystone quest. Reconsecrate the forest megaliths, which you guys have identified as the Durst Mill, behind the Durst Mill.
The Sachi mill.
Yeah. And what else is there? Yeah, I think that's it for now.
Wait, we don't even have any more objectives for the Madame Eva quest.
Which one is this? Find the holy symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it, okay? You're on the way. Okay, so you guys...
With the ingredients to Anya's twin sister. Does anyone actually have the ingredients?
No.
I believe Sachi has them, no?
Sachi, do you have them? Were we ever actually given them? Because I remember her telling me about it and then saying that she would give me or make me proficient if we delivered these ingredients. And we said, sure, no problem. And then we fucked up.
No, Sachi... Okay, so you guys have been asked to deliver the ingredients from Anya to Sonya, her twin sister, in Kresk. Sonya is going to give you, in exchange for these ingredients, spring water, which is blessed. And you're also going to get a potion of giant strength.
Yeah, I've got the ingredients.
And Sachi's got the ingredients. So when you guys enter this manor, this is the Kreskov Manor. This is an old manor. The Kreskovs they've ruled Kresk for a long time. And this place is kind of like a community house as well. So it sees a lot of guests, and it is warm and inviting, like super warm when you guys come in from the cold. It's very lovely. There's a large chandelier that hangs overhead, and immediately you see a man sitting and reading at the table. And the book he's reading seems to be quite weathered. This guy's older. He's got kind of like leathery skin, complete with many wrinkles, and he catches your glance, and he lowers his book. And he says, "Welcome to Kresk, pen pals. I've been expecting you."
Shit, we're famous.
We're famous. He says, "Well, with what happened in Valakai, I knew it was only a matter of time before you sought refuge in my little village, and I, Dmitri, will come to your rescue."
Come to our rescue.
Okay.
Somebody give me an insight check or a perception on what he's reading.
Stop trying.
Okay, so he is reading a book called Dark Prince, written by none other than Vasily von Holtz.
That rat bastard.
It's a novel. He's put it on the table there.
Interesting.
He says, "Please have a seat at the table. We can share stories." And Dmitri signals his wife to join them. He says, "Anna, we have guests. Bring some wine, the good one."
Is that a rocking horse over there?
Where? In the room? It is a rocking horse. It is not a Bocephalus rocking horse, though.
I want to exchange the rocking horse
You're going to put...
without anybody noticing.
Okay, so Dmitri is excited. He is going towards the table. So his back is turned to you, and simultaneously, his wife, who he called to, Anna, makes her way out. She's got a bottle of wine in her hand. She's headed towards the table as well. So you can give me like a stealth check or something to get in there and just switch them without being seen. Well, I'm gonna.
I mean, if they see me, I'll fucking.
Well, I'd say that you're in the room. Let's say you're in the room, and give me another roll to see, because they didn't see you. They're walking away. But give me another roll to do the task. You're in the room unseen. Yeah, you're gonna do it. Okay, that's fine. Takes a 5 to get in the room. They're not looking, and you can get the task done and back out. Okay, interesting.
Any objections with the fact that I did this?
No.
I think it'll be fun.
I don't know these people from a hole in the wall. So
Yeah.
last burgomaster I met, I wanted to murder. So let's see how this one goes.
Which one was that?
Maybe
Vargas?
There's a different rocking horse on my back now. If I'm still holding it, yeah.
Yeah. So you can see, Faendal, at the table, Anna puts down this bottle of wine. This is Champagne de la Stomp. You guys are getting like the special treatment, and that is going to grant you inspiration. And we could talk about what that means, Anton, because sorry I cut you off earlier. I was freaking out. Anyways,
No, it's alright.
Sorry, Anton was being super annoying. It's fine.
Dmitri
Oh, fuck you.
Kreskov says, "But first, before we crack the wine, what brings you here? Perhaps the ingredients Sonya has been waiting for?"
Well, that's
Yeah.
one thing. Yeah.
He claps his hand and he says, "Very, very good." And he signals his wife, and she pops the top of this wine. Who's going to drink this wine? Everybody?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay. So make your ways to the table then and sit down. And what are you guys up to? Anna pours you all a nice glass of this wine. It's Champagne de la Stomp, so you can give yourself inspiration if you're going to partake in it. It's not poisoned or anything.
I was about to say.
I already had inspiration.
I was going to ask whether or not Joanne or Sachi would like to give the wine a blessing.
Oh, well,
I could say a blessing on the wine.
you can certainly do it, but these guys,
Already been informed it's not poison.
yeah, these guys are all right. They've had their own supply of wine. Like, they get it from the same place, but these guys are, you know, he's the burgomaster. He's got wine. Yeah, they got supply.
So I take it you heard or you heard about our exploits in Valaki from the paper, yet you welcome us here with open arms into your town and pour us out the best wine you have.
Yes, is there a problem with that?
I'm just curious. What's your like? Do you not believe what you read in the paper?
He says, "Here's the thing. My family has been in Barovia for a very long time. I've seen many come, many go, and to be honest, nothing really seems to change that much. But I need a favor, and you guys need a friend. So perhaps there's something that we can do for each other."
Sneaky.
Keep talking.
he says, "You see that room over there? That empty room? That was my sister's room. When we were very, very young, she was bitten by a werewolf, and she was exiled from the city. She left to save her life. You see, as time went on, she realized that she liked the wolf lifestyle. It was really kind of her thing to be out in nature, and in time she grew to prefer it. Nobody wants to be around werewolves, especially werewolves in a village, and so she left many, many, many years ago. We've left the room just as it is. You see that rocking horse in there? That's her favorite rocking horse."
Yeah, go on.
Listen now.
All that.
Um,
How do you know that rocking horse?
Oh, John.
well, it's we had it when we were children, me and my sister, and we've since grown up.
I'm a bit of a rocking horse aficionado.
Oh,
You can't
God.
tell. I have the rocking horse on my back.
Yes, go on.
How about if you really want? I can tell you're about to ask us to do a job. You're about to ask us to do something really difficult and life-threatening. And if you want to do that, there's a time-honored tradition. If you want to convince us to do your job, we have to have a rock-off.
Oh
Me
my
on my
God.
rocking horse, you on your rocking horse. We rock until you pass out. First person to pass out loses.
Okay. He's gonna do a check. He's gonna do an insight check on this offer. Yeah, he's gonna fucking do it.
Do a perception. Should he just do a perception?
Well, yeah, he can do a perception too.
I mean, I don't know if you should.
Why are you arguing against this? Let him get on the horse.
No, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
I mean, like, it's his sister's, like, it's his treasured possession by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's either cleaning this rocking horse every day, or will know that this rocking horse is surprisingly clean.
Well, if anybody wants to stop him, they can certainly make an attempt.
I mean, that's not gonna get in the way.
I mean, you shouldn't do this. It's a bad idea. Nicholas is just pulling your leg.
So you guys see that this guy is kind of like not super socially aware, but he hears what you say, Sachi, and he says, "Listen, I'll tell you what. Rather than do this weird rock off and desecrate my sister's rocking horse, we're going to leave the room as is for now. And I'm sure you guys get asked this all the time, but there is something that you can do to help me, obviously. And in exchange, I'm prepared to offer you sanctuary here in Kresk. I've heard of your exploits, and frankly, it is out of kindness that you are allowed to come in. But the truth is, our son and my daughter were playing outside when wolves suddenly attacked. My daughter, bless her soul, was killed, and my son managed to scare them off, but was chased over the wall of the city and hasn't been seen since. All around town, children have been going missing. I know the werewolves are responsible, and I believe that my poor innocent son is still alive. I need help to rescue him."
Okay. What's his name? What does he look like?
So his name is Ilya, and he is about 14 years old. He has basically been chased over the wall. This poor innocent Ilya. And the daughter has been basically murdered. So there, I mentioned there's this graveyard that you saw in the back. Presumably this is the family graveyard, but recently his daughter was murdered. And you guys know as well that some of the orphans from Valakai, some of the there's Bogfort, there's Dasha. Here, I will bring it up. Those guys the werewolves attacked the gate. So I'll show you this. And also, there is this. And now you will also have access to this. Locate and rescue Ilya. So these are the children The missing children of Barovia.
Alright. Well, if you don't want to have a rock off, at least let me inspect the rocking horse. As I said, I am a rocking horse aficionado.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna put his girl's rocking horse back down right next to this one with my back in the way of him.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pick up my rocking horse again because I kind of feel bad about all of this if he's not gonna sit on it while I'm here.
Oh, you don't want to leave it?
Because he obviously can't tell the difference between the two.
He doesn't know the difference.
So,
All right. As this is happening, Anna is sitting at the table and she sees Yusachi and she says, listen, a number of graves have been robbed over the past year. It's been like setting alarms off in Kresk. Like people have been hearing about their loved ones going missing and there was really nothing we could do. But now it happened to us. My daughter had her grave robbed. If you could, like, we want her body back. If you could do something to help figure out maybe where these grave robbers, went or something like that, that would be really great. We just want our daughter to rest. And she's been dug up in the graveyard, our family graveyard. She mentions that too.
Do you have any article, like clothing or anything that might have her scent on it? I mean, little dog Lancelot could
Yeah.
get the scent from that.
Yeah, absolutely. She goes upstairs to, or she's just going to travel into this other room here. She's absolutely going to get something that you can use.
now, my friend, are you sure you don't want to try out my rocking horse? I bet you couldn't handle it.
This guy invariably is you're going to reduce him to 0 HP. So if you want, he's going to get on the rocking horse. If you have some sort of plan, I will entertain it. Otherwise,
Like, I'll tell you what. If you're man enough to ride my rocking horse, then we'll do your job. We don't need the desecrators, but you gotta show me you're man enough to really ask Darno. That, or you pay me $500.
okay. Well, hold on first. User's turn doesn't. Did you guys see that? Did it the quest pop?
No.
Okay, here. How about this?
Oh, there that is. Yeah.
All right. So the Kreskov's son and daughter were playing outside when werewolves suddenly attacked. Alana is the daughter. She was slain, and Ilya managed to scare the wolves off, but not before he was chased over the walls of the city. So he hasn't been seen. And the wife has told Yusachi that the graves have been robbed. They're out back. Yeah, well, this is how it's going to go, Legolas. He's going to ride this rocking horse and die.
We'll shake him awake, and then you can pay me $500.
Well, then they'll just pay you. You can just negotiate for payment.
I'm gonna not let him get on the horse, and I'm gonna warn him that Legolas is the best horse rider in town. There's no sense in entertaining him because you will lose either way.
All right.
And I'm obviously gonna give Legolas a dirty look because homie just lost his kids.
Yeah.
Don't be like that. Even I'm chaotic, but this is too much.
Alright. Legolas is gonna take the compliment of being the best horse rider in town and be like, yeah, alright, it's fine. I am the best in town. This is mean. Don't get on my horse.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Being a dick.
He says, listen, if you guys are new to Kresk, I'd absolutely love to answer some questions about our city. Are you curious about anything? First off, there's the warg, who are the precursors to the werewolves. They are very far north. And of course, there's the abbey, the abbot who runs the abbey. And, anything else in Kresk you might want to know about, I can certainly help. We have a shrine of the White Sun here. We have Sonya's and Darovich's place. What are you guys here for?
Yeah, I know that the Abbey and the Abbot. The Abbey and the Abbot are important for something. I can't remember what.
Yeah, so what you guys know...
There's like 3 holy men we want to see.
Yeah, so what you guys know about the abbey and the abbot is basically what you know from Valakai is that Vasily had mentioned the abbot, and the abbot being a holy man that can raise people from the dead. He is one of the third. He is the last of the three holy men of Barovia. And while we're on the subject of the abbey and abbot, Dmitri says, "Looking over our village is the Abbey of St. Markovia, the oldest building in Kresk. It is believed to have been built around like year 20 for a lord, but his name is long forgotten. The old manor stood like a hospital or hospice on the hill, watching over the highlands, and it was always ready to heal the sick. But eventually the lord who owned the manor died, and he had no heirs and left it to his chambermaid that served him faithfully until death. This chambermaid was so moved by the gift of the manor and generosity that she continued the tradition of providing a warm meal and safe place to stay. And this was St. Markovia. The maid, now the lady of the manor, used the generous funds to convert it into an abbey. She fortified the walls and started what she called the Abbey of Brilliant Worship. The abbot would come much later. So this is like ancient history. She's describing this Abbey of St. Markovia. So St. Markovia is this ancient figure. And basically, the abbey would serve as like a hospital or like a place of care and worship. Like this is like one of the holy places. And she has a decree that is etched along the north gate of the abbey that if you guys go there, you will read. But with her death, eventually the abbey fell into like darkness. And for years, there was like weird lights and shifting around, animalistic noises and shadows and stuff. Nobody really wanted anything to do with the abbey. But then the abbot arrived. And the abbot, Dmitri explains, "We saw him come in light and truth and honor. We felt his pious energy. And he reopened the Abbey of St. Markovia and restored it to the glory days. Now it is once again a healing place for weary travelers. Many of those come seeking shelter, food, and safety." And so this is the abbey. But yeah, this abbot character is a mysterious, holy character that you don't know a lot about at this point.
Okay, I mean, I say we go see Sonya and then we'll come back.
Oh,
we'll go
here's
crash
an-
at the Abbey.
Yeah, I guess if that's where we're staying, then that was gonna be my next question: is where are we staying?
I mean, it seems like it's open, it's safe, and they'll provide free
Yeah.
food.
Can we stay in the Abbey, friend?
He says, yeah, you can probably stay in the abbey, though there's a lot of strange things going on there lately. Like, he confesses that he went up to speak to the abbot, and there was a time when the abbot was like a very holy, very powerful man, but lately, like he took a trip. He says he took a trip to the south and to the mountains, and when he came back, he was still a pious man, but like the trip had sapped something from him. He was no longer like the gleaming beacon of hope that he was when he left. He became reclusive, and while people still visit the abbey, they don't really ask for the abbot's wisdom anymore. So something's a little weird. So he says you should probably talk to Dorovich if you're looking for a place to stay. That the abbey's a little weird. He wouldn't necessarily stay there overnight.
That's good to know. All right, next up.
You tell me.
I mean, I think that this is as good a time as any to leave this guild.
All right, do it.
Alright, well, oh wait, before we go, can I roll a perception to see if there's anything valuable in the living room? Feel-worthy?
Yeah, you can do a check.
I should have done it when I came in, but I forgot.
Hold on, let me just see. Where even are we? Oh, we're in Kresk. No, there really isn't anything. Like, yeah, there's not really anything.
Is there any wine left?
Oh, did you guys all give yourself inspiration?
Yes.
Okay, good. Um, he says he sees you looking for wine and stuff like that. He says, "Listen, I'll give you a bottle if you can come back to us with some answers. I'll even throw in 200 gold for the return of my son. Give me a persuasion."
Give us the bottle in advance. Give us the bottle ahead of time, and you got yourself the deal, mister.
Oh, really?
One bottle ahead of time, one bottle upon delivery, and 500 gold upon delivery.
What? Say that again.
It's basically 2 bottles and 500 gold, but one bottle comes up front.
So he sees you blathering on, and he looks at Napoleon, and he says, "I like your offer," and he hands you the bottle.
Yo, I'll take a bottle for sure.
All right.
God damn.
So Faendal, you arrive kind of in an area that you would describe more or less as the town square. So Kresk is basically a walled village in the northwest of Barovia. Its inhabitants fear Strahd. Like, they are kind of reserved. They've got these massive walls around the whole city, and they try and kind of minimize contact. So you don't see a lot of people moving around. There's an air of quietness in this town. And they're not really talking. You're just kind of seeing these little lit huts built out of wood.
Do any of these look like shops or anything?
Yeah, so you can see a sign that is right ahead. Let's see here. That says Sonia's Sundries. And you see this guy, this little villager here. He is hurriedly rushing through the town to the west, where a small home awaits. He's just left the Sundries shop, which is northeast of your location. Yep, you got it.
Let's pop inside.
Groovy. Yeah, so you see the sign on the outside says Sonia's Sundries, and the double door entrance reveals Kresk's general store. It is a general store, sundry store, and it resembles a storage area but serves as the town's only trading post. Barrels, sacks, and crates line the walls, and basically there's a fire blazing in the hearth, and a striking woman of red hair comes forth. She says, "Welcome to Sonia's Sundries. How may I help you?" And this is Sonia. So Sonia is a half Vistani, half Dusk Elf. There's a twin sister of Anya in Valakai, who owns the Third Eye Potions shop. And you remember that Sonia, you were told that Sonia was banished from Valakai for practicing witchcraft, and so she moved to Kresk. So she runs the village's store here. She's also a herbalist.
Hi, Sonia.
Presumably a
We
witch.
found buried ingredients from your system.
Hey, I got ingredients. I'm here.
Oh, goodness. She is very excited about that.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, let me take these ingredients from you. Do you have all of them? Yes, you do.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Also, yeah, maybe this broad can do something with this hag's eye.
We'd like also to see what you have for sale.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, first let's talk to her. and
So
see
she
what's
is
going
going to. So you give her the ingredients, and she is going to give you 4 glass bottles, one for each of you. So let me just give you these. These are. She says you can head to the shrine and collect some water. This is for my sister. So I've been waiting for these ingredients. You're going to take these back to her. If you fill them with water from the Shrine of the White Sun. She is also going to take these ingredients and make you guys each a potion of heroism. So, there you go.
Neat.
And we're going to take that mission off the board. Okay. Upon return, you're gonna get the potion of Cloud Giant Strength.
So,
Neat.
I'll put this here.
yeah, so, just a quick question about lycanthropy. What would you recommend if someone, say, were bit or scratched by a werewolf?
Okay, so she basically says the person has the first full moon until the first full moon before they turn into a werewolf, and essentially there are benefits and negatives to lycanthropy. So the benefits are that your strength increases, your resistance to non-magical and non-silver damage increases. So at the end of each turn, you can roll a 1d6 from damage sustained and from non-silver damage, and all the damage that is sustained this way is healed after 24 hours. So basically, think of it like this. Let's say somebody uses a non-silver weapon on you and it hits you for 10. You roll a 1d6 to recover some damage back after their turn. Advantage on hearing and smell checks. And yeah, that's basically it functionally. Negatives are loss of control. Whenever there's a full moon, you convert into a werewolf form and I take over. And also, you are unable to gain any benefits from a short or long rest at night. After 3 days without a long rest, you gain 1 level of exhaustion because werewolves usually sleep and rest during the day.
What does exhaustion do?
Exhaustion, after you suffer 3 levels of exhaustion, you're basically like knocked unconscious, or like you have to start rolling death saves. So,
And do you know any cures for lycanthropy?
so she explains that you can take restorative ointment so long as you haven't turned. Once you've turned, that is no longer going to work for you. Then you have a choice. You can either go through the taming ritual. The taming ritual happens in the north with the werewolves, and they can teach you how to regain some control over your werewolfism or your lycanthropy. But surviving the taming ritual is very, it's risky. You might not even survive. The alternative is you can take wolfsbane, which she makes, and that can help you deal with your lycanthropy a little bit, but it's not going to be, a solution. It's going to be, what it is.
Napoleon's already healed then.
And she also opens up her shop to you. So you can double click and give it a second.
No.
Vicious dagger.
Whip.
Wow, angrily doesn't help.
Ooh-wee.
Anyone have 8,000 gold to raise your constitution to 19?
What is
Wow.
8,000 gold, your constitution score is 19 while you wear this amulet.
it? 8,000
Wow.
gold. Where the hell do you see 8? Oh fuck. Amulet.
I'm gonna be 8,000 gold.
Someone bought Sonya's coat.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
what is Sonya's
that's
code do?
pretty
I didn't read it.
I
What
was
did it
just
do?
looking at it.
Oh, you can,
good.
yeah, I can put another one back in there. Hold on. She has a few of them.
Where's the coat?
Hold on, I gotta put it. I sometimes I don't really stock it for. I just put one, but she's supposed to have as many as you'd like. So hold on.
For coats.
Ooh. I'll buy one. Can you get one more there?
Yeah, it should be. Is it not there?
2 more. How much are they?
$50.
That's not bad.
Okay, hold on. Is there any more there or no? They gone.
There's no more.
Okay,
There's one
hold
here.
on. Don't buy it yet. Just let me put it in there. I put it in there and I was changing the quantity and somebody bought it before I saved it.
Yeah, Josh.
Okay, hold
What do you
on.
want from me?
Click on this. Okay, hold on.
Somebody should use a whip.
All right, now you can buy it.
No, you should buy a whetstone so you can sharpen everyone's blades.
Sonia mentions to you guys. She says, you know, be sure to check out the holy spring while you're here in Kresk. People come from all across the land to gather and pray to make small offerings.
I didn't get a code.
What happened this time?
I bought one. It said that there's 5.
Yeah,
I got one.
there should be still some. She says people
They're gone.
come to toss coins into the spring or stones into the spring to make a wish. It just makes people feel good. It's the only goodness in Barovia. You know, oftentimes, she says, I sit at the gazebo gazing into the pool and I kind of feel like a kindred spirit looking over me. Like it gives me like a nice warm feeling that someday Barovia could be free of the shadow that looms over this land.
Sorry, Kyle. I accidentally bought all 5.
Are the coats? Holy banana. Okay.
You give them. Can I trade them back with Sonya for my monies back?
Yeah. Should be able to.
Should I? Am I just able to sell them?
Yeah, try it.
Wait, a mushroom potion is free?
Yes.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be. Hold on. Here.
Where are these cloves?
Actually, she's gonna give you guys, because you brought the mushrooms, she'll give you a discount on those mushroom potions.
Alright, go and get my money back. I'm gonna have my.
Oh, you
I
can.
would still like a do I require a coat?
Well, it is starting to get cold, so
If I require a coat, then I would like to buy a coat, please.
it'd probably be wise to buy a coat. You're heading into snowy territory.
Okay. I would like the option to buy a coat, please.
Is there none in her inventory again?
No, Anton bought the stack.
Yeah, but didn't you sell them back?
No, I sold them back.
Okay, hold on.
Don't see them here. Maybe if I close it and reopen it. Nope.
Here.
There it is.
Anton
I will
doesn't
buy one.
appear to sell it. How many do you want? Just one, Anton? There you
I
go.
just got. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I didn't realize her trade rate for the straw coins was so bad. Whoops.
What were they?
Only 2 gold coins?
Yeah, that's right. It's double.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna buy a bunch of glass bottles, and that'll be good.
Okay.
Should we buy some wolf's bane for what's his face?
Also, did she
Wait, you
give
guys-
us mushroom potions?
No.
Okay.
But they do cost 0.
No, they should be $5.
He made it 5.
You might have
I
to
just bought it.
refresh it.
I just bought it. I think I bought it.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore, but I don't think I got it.
How many did you have before? I see one. I see 2.
I had one before.
You have 2. You have 2.
Refresh my character sheet.
It's in your consumables.
I'm gonna get chocolate. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's 2.
All right.
I like this potion of heroism. It's cool.
We should buy another one.
I'm thinking about it. I also think somebody should use a whip.
It should be you.
Yeah, you have another. You're able to take on a new instrument.
I was thinking about doing the whip, but instead I did the longsword. I already made that decision. Anton, you should pick up a whip.
Why would I pick pick up a whip. I already have a short bow and
You can use it to
glad
swing
you-
around places. It's a reach weapon. There's so many reasons to use a whip.
I have no proficiency with it.
Wait, why does
But
it?
you have proficiency.
It says I do have proficiency with the whip.
Tanya, is
Is
there
it
any
fire
information you could give me to make me better at tinkering with this poisoner's kit?
You don't need any help. I think you're good.
Am I proficient?
Yeah, I would say you're proficient.
Cool.
Kyle, is there a way for me to see what kind of damage the vicious dagger would do?
Yeah. Hold on.
I
Is
would
it in her
want to
inventory? Is it in her
yes.
inventory? So hold on. So what you do is you click on the pen. Do you have the pen icon
I do not have the pen icon.
at the end? It's
I
the
have the coins. I have the coins and
okay.
the dollars.
So it's a 1d4 plus your modifier, and crit adds 2d6 damage. So the description is when you roll a 20 on
I see the
attack roll.
description, I just couldn't see the damage.
Yeah.
I mean, 1d4 is not good enough.
Yeah, it's a 1d4 plus your modifier.
I'm gonna hard pass on that.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna use wash Malone.
Yo, the whip is a hilarious weapon that somebody should use in their other hand. I already bought it. It's a
I'm
plus.
glad you're gonna use it.
I can't because I need a free hand to punch things. Anton, you should get on this whip.
Why am I gonna use a weapon I'm not proficient with?
Fucking get proficiency.
Yeah,
It
John.
says I'm proficient with it. I didn't click it, but it says I'm proficient. I think it's because it's a martial melee weapon. But it's a +6 to hit, and it's a reach and a finesse weapon. I'm pretty sure you get bonus with finesse weapons.
I do have proficiency. No, I don't have proficiency with finesse weapons.
And it's also a
But I
reach
can use
weapon.
sneak attack. I
And
also
reach-
don't have any reach weapon proficiency.
No, a reach weapon means that you can be farther than right next to somebody. It means you can hit somebody and run without taking an attack of opportunity.
Have disengage. That's not a problem for me. My problem is I have very little movement. That's my problem. But I also have an AC of 17. I'm not really worried of monsters.
Okay, what are you guys doing? Are you done shopping here?
I think so.
All right. Then get the fuck out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a mushroom potion in celebration.
All right. Do it. Roll on it, sucker.
It's not giving me the option.
Let me see. Oh, maybe I have to roll the other table. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta do it. Okay, let's see, shall we? So when you attempt to speak someone's name to them within 30 feet, you cast vicious mockery on them.
So it's a wisdom save of 15 to see if I'm effective.
Yeah, so vicious mockery. So every time you speak somebody's name at them, you unleash a string of insults laced with like subtle enchantments. And if they can hear you, they have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or they take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on their attack rolls. The next attack roll. What is your level? Your 5th level or higher? Yeah, so it's actually 2d4. So I will just take this here for you.
Anybody
You can read that.
For the next 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Okay, so yeah, you guys basically head back out of Sonia's place. You can see that there is a sign at the northern end of the city that says "To Shrine of the White Sun." That is presumably the Kresk shrine that they were talking about. There is also 2 Kresk Forest crossroads. I don't know if you've seen that. And have you explored further? Yeah, it's exposed. St. Markovia Road to the south. So for your edification, just to put it into context, the Shrine of the White Sun is just a shrine in Kresk, and then the other 2 locations are their own locations.
Alright, well, since we're beside it, we might as well go fill up the bottles.
All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see here.
Is another thing I don't think I got. I did not get a bottle. Was I supposed to get one, or did one person get all 4?
I have a bottle.
Yeah,
I have several
Oh shit, I
bottles.
do have it. Never mind. I found it.
yeah.
It's all black.
So even under dreary skies, the pool at the north end of the village here shimmers and sparkles, and near its shore you can see like an old gazebo that's on the verge of collapse, and there's a statue in there of a mournful, bare-chested man. The paint is chipped and faded, and it's got its arms outstretched as though waiting to be embraced. Let's see here. You guys, hold on. Come to the shrine. Do you guys hear anything?
Anyone else wants to hug this guy? I think I'm about to.
Hold on 1 second here.
I'm gonna give it a big old hug.
Hug the shrine.
Okay. You're gonna give him a big old hug.
Big old bear hug, just like, come here.
You, Faendal, actually feel the rock in your pocket heating up instantly upon hugging him. Yes, it is getting hot and hot and hot.
Alright. Okay, so I want to take the rock out of my pocket and place it on the shrine and see if anything happens.
Okay. So you take it out of your pocket, you place it on the shrine. He has his arms outstretched, so you can like kind of put it haphazardly into like one of his hands. Yeah. Nothing happens, but this stone is now fully ablaze, glowing. You've been able to see in this thing a few times now. There's like a light source or something moving in there.
Is it hot enough to ignite this wicker man?
No, it's not hot enough to ignite this wicker man, but it is hot. It is uncomfortable to the touch. Like you can hot potato it, but it is hot. It's getting hotter.
And just looking at it right now, I could just see that there's light emanating from it. I can't really discern anything else about it right now.
Give me a perception check. You can perceive that there is something like you've seen this thing moving around inside of this thing, this piece of amber. This is a small amber stone. But there's a light source or something. You've seen it enough times to think that this thing is something inside of this stone. And it is getting hotter and hotter. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please, Faendal.
But it's not in my hands right now.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, my bad. I forgot. It's getting hot.
And it just keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Do I notice anything change about it as it's getting hotter and hotter?
This thing is swirling around inside. It is like if something is happening inside of this thing. Like if it is possible to understand, it is like doing something. Like it's looking like it's trying to get your attention in some way.
Okay.
Can we let it out? Do you want me to smash this thing?
There's a part of me that kind of wants to smash it.
I got a big old hammer.
Why don't we try to dunk it into holy water and see what be really fun.
Is it continuing to get hotter and hotter, or is it kind of just like reached a point?
No, it is getting hotter and hotter. The fact that it is sitting on this statue is like fortunate, because you'd be rolling constitutions. Yeah, it's
Can I, while we waiting, can I fill up all of my glass bottles from this water? Because this is scaring me.
yeah,
Yeah,
you can go fill up.
Take my glass bottle, fill it up. You hold on.
Yeah, let's all just do that while this thing heats up.
Okay. Yeah. Um, yeah, you guys can fill up your bottles or whatever if you want. You can change the description of them, but I'll just know that all of the bottles are filled with this water. It seems like normal water. It's beautiful. You know, it looks like it's probably coming from like some sort of spring or something like that. That is from underground. You remember that, like, you've heard that this spring has been blessed by Saint Markovia. Yeah, this is the shrine of the white sun.
I'm going to use one of my rations. And I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook sausage of some sort of ration
Are you?
on top of this rock.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was hoping for. You're gonna cook something. Yeah, you are absolutely able to get like a nice sizzle on top of this rock. Like you can even just hold this thing above it. It is getting so hot at this point. The statue is made out of like this. It's a rock, so I mean it is tolerating the heat, but this thing is basically as hot as it can possibly get. I wouldn't necessarily encourage you to touch this thing. Maybe you could bat at it or something like that.
I can smash it.
So it's as hot as it's gonna get, and still nothing's breaking out of it.
Nothing's breaking out of it.
Do you want to see what's inside?
Can I do another perception check on it?
Yep. It looks like at this point, it is not getting any hotter. It's not going to burn through the statue's hand, but it is white hot. It would be in our world, it would be the equivalent of like picking up a frying pan with your hand. It is hot.
Do I discern anything about what's inside of it on a 17?
It's got some entity trapped inside of it. It's like a light. It's an illuminated light source that is like bashing around on the inside of this thing, and it is glowing and it is hot as fuck. Sachi, this you can tell that even on an 11 that there's something magical about this object. You can like this. It's clearly a magical something or other is happening in.
Yeah, guys, this shit's magic. Yeah, it'd be magical.
Am I smashing the rock or not?
Oh, I wouldn't do that. That sounds like a bad idea.
Does it? You just know that it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna hurt yourself.
Let's hit it with the
You
hammer.
can't do it.
Let's hit it with the hammer. Okay.
Oh, that's not
I'm
what
gonna use
I
my
said.
light hammer plus one.
When you hurt yourself, don't
All right.
ask me to heal you. I told you not to do it.
Oh God, no! You friggin' wail on this thing, bah! And it just like repel, like it's just it's like recoil, just super recoil. This friggin' hammer bounces off of this thing, hurts your arm almost.
Should I try the bigger hammer?
I don't think that's. I think it's unsmashable. Was what we were just getting at.
I think that pouring some holy water on it might help.
Try that. You've got a lot of bottles, man.
I do have a lot of bottles. Can I try to pour a little bit of holy water on this thing?
Yes.
Does anything happen?
Oh, sorry. I was like in my head imagining a roll. Yeah. There's no need for a roll. You pour holy water on this thing, and the steam immediately like sizzles off. But rather than just being steam that is evaporating and sizzling off, it is almost like the water comes off of it and goes right back to the spring there, almost as if it is like comically like just leaving the rock and going right back to the spring. Give me a perception also, Napoleon, on that.
Perception.
You you feel confident in your previous assertion. You see the water going back to the spring, and you think this rock's got to go in this water.
All right, I'm going to take it up in my hand and chuck it. And I'm like, I'm not scared of a little. It's only a little warm.
It's only a little warm. Yeah, give me a Constitution saving throw. Let's just see here.
I don't want to have to go in and get it.
I have blacksmith's tools. I have tongs.
He's already
Yeah, let's use the tongs.
he's already batted at it. Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
More fun this way.
I'm gonna roll you a 1d20 here.
I also
You're gonna
can't
take 11
yell at your
damage,
man to
Napoleon.
warn you. Or I could.
Ouch. Yeah, you drop the stone. Like you kind of bat it. It kind of like goes kind of into like this area. Like it's kind of outside of this shrine. Now it's closer to the water, but it's not quite in the water. But you took some damage. It's hot as fuck.
Can you use some of your tongs and let's just lightly set it in the shallow water?
Yeah, alright.
You guys are like straight up walking around and like it's nighttime now basically. You're low health, fucking around with this stone. Sachi's all the way on the other side.
Science to be done.
Yeah, okay. You'd pick it up with the smith's tools. What do you want to do here? You want to put it in the shallow water?
Yeah.
Okay. You drop it in the shallow water and like immediately this water like comes to life and starts like glowing. It is like dramatic. As this is happening, it's kind of like pulsating yellow. You can see like there is a sizzle happening. And okay, Sachi, the thing that has been in this stone has now been set free into this spring, and you can sense an energy is building and rising, but it doesn't feel negative.
Okay.
It doesn't feel negative.
Can I refill the water bottles with the holy water with the thing in it?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
I think that might be a better idea.
Are you gonna do all of them?
Yeah, I'll edit it on my end.
Okay. Yeah. So you fill these bottles as this spring water is basically glowing, and within a few seconds after, it goes back to its previous color, which is still beautiful and shimmering, but the statue comes to life in the background, and a spirit basically like shoots out of the water like a gold spirit and basically like comes to where the statue is, and it is a young, handsome guy. It's Sergey. And yeah, this is Sergey von Zarovich. This is Strahd's brother,
Yo.
younger brother, pretty boy.
So the whole time you were in my pocket.
Yeah, so Sergey is surprised that Faendal finally figured it out, and
Yeah, because that was so fucking obvious.
it is so obvious, actually. If you go to the thing here, I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see here.
He's like glowing and shit.
Okay, so
Shit.
let's just have a look here. We'll scroll down to.
Let's do this hindsight 2020 situation right here.
Okay, so it is Sergey who has brought you to this land. So specifically, you came to this land because you found this glowing orb leaking through into your woods where you're from. So it's like straight up, yo, that's Sergey. I no longer sense his. Yeah, I no longer sense his presence, but nobody leaves Barovia, so he's here. He must be. Find him. And then later, we could go through it. There's a few things, but anyways, I have to find the mission. Hold on, is it your prophecy?
You see, when you're just like, Sergey brought you here, it's like, okay, Sergey was the one who, like, gave me the vision, is what I assume.
Anyways,
Sergey was the perpetrator, and he left these clues, not, he's physically,
Yeah, he's physically in your pocket. Every time you get close to Strahd, he's fucking lighting up. Like every time he's a light sword. Anyways, there's other things, but we'll talk about it. I forget what they are.
Hanging out right next to your.
Yeah, so he explains to you, he's like surprised that you finally figured it out and brought the stone to Kresk. And he's like impressed. He's like, good job, you figured it out. He didn't know if his plan was going to work.
Yeah, I knew the whole time. Now, was there another way to get you out of the fucking stone? Or was this water, the source water right here, the only fucking way to do it?
So this is the Shrine of the White Sun. And he explains that, like, this is the only place that is sacred in all of Barovia, and this is the only place where like Strahd has no safety. He is like crestfallen and he's disappointed because when he manifests, he's expecting to see Irina here. You know, Irina was in love with Sergei, and he is kind of expecting to see Irina here, but nonetheless,
Dwarven friend over here fucked that up.
well, things have changed, right?
Wait, the dwarven friend.
Yeah, I don't know that it was his fault necessarily.
He's the gnome.
It was by no means was that my fault.
So, Sergei explains that he is grateful to Muriel for helping to watch over you guys. He had a plan to bring you guys in. And he explains that he's traveled basically many, many years ago after what is known as the Battle of Argynvost. And he has basically been slain by his own brother. He was sent basically like as a ditch effort to try and like calm his brother down in the end of his brother's like crazy fury. But basically, Strahd had gone like off the deep end. And so he wants to remove his brother's curse and free all of Barovia. And he wants to assist you. He explains that there is a sword called the Argynvost Blade. And this blade was wielded by a now dead knight called the Knight of Light. And it is a sword that was created out of Argynvost's breath. Argynvost is an ancient dragon. Basically, this Knight of Light was a woman named Lugdana. And she was a member of the Order of the Silver Dragon. And she was slain by Strahd. But she carried this sword, essentially, called the Argynvost Blade. And he would like for you guys to retrieve it and bring it here.
Yeah, we were on that.
Where
Where
is?
can we find this place? Any help you can give us, you know.
He's like,
Sarah has it.
I want you to get the sword, bro. It's in the Amber Temple.
Amber Temple.
And that is where exactly?
That is south in the mountains, Mount Gakis. And he knows the way there. He says that you can travel. If you guys click on Barovia at the top there, you can join me on the Barovia page. I'll show you.
Okay.
Hold on, I have to get to the page. It's like slow. So you see, I'm still waiting for my page to load. Here, maybe I'll just reload it. Sometimes when I switch back to the Barovia map for whatever reason, it like bugs me out. Oh goodness, what is happening now? Okay, hold on, I'm glitching up. 1 second. Fucking. Hold on. Is my camera squeezed?
Yeah, a little bit.
Has it always been that way?
No.
Okay. I gotta wait for this shit to load. So basically, he explains to you guys that, like, the Amber Temple is south. It's in Mount Gakis. It is going to take a climb to get there. It is extremely cold, and it is extremely dangerous. The dark forces that turned Strahd into a vampire were in the Amber Temple. And so it is a very dangerous place. Now, this Lady Lugdana character... Oh, okay, hold on. I finally got it. Okay. So, can you see my mouse? I'm not going to expose where it is, but because it's in fog. But this is the area here.
Oh, as far as fuck.
As far as fuck from where you guys are. It is south. It is probably this crossroads that is going to... If you click on your little token, or your little bookmark token, at the eastern stake, you can see that south is Solenka and Mount Gakis. So basically, he explains that Lugdana was an exceptional fighter. And she spent a lot of her time at the Abbey as well. She was battling like evil and stuff like that out in the world and being like an altruistic hero. And then she was struck down. And it was thought that she would like never fight again. And she was at the Abbey at this time, like recovering, where she prayed. And her prayers were answered, and she was gifted this holy symbol. It is a holy symbol. Now, she was later slain by Strahd, and the holy symbol has been missing ever since. You already know a little bit about this holy symbol. But anyways, he wants you to retrieve the Argynvost blade and bring it to him here at the pool. And also, he's like, yo, bring me Irina, too. Say again?
Is the sword the holy symbol, or is there a different holy symbol?
So you were looking for a holy symbol, and you were looking for a holy sword.
Both
see.
things.
Yeah. Weapons that you can wield against his brother. And he's also like, yeah, and also bring me Irina. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, she's been reincarnated like a bazillion times. Not a bazillion, but like...
Bazillion and one.
Yeah, apparently it failed. Yeah. He says that...
We can go get her dead body. Do you want
Yeah,
to
we
go
done
get her dead body?
talked.
Yeah, so the abbot, he knows of the abbot who is up at the abbey, and the abbot can, so long as it has been 10 days or less, he can raise somebody from the dead. There are also speak with dead spells, so that you could potentially speak with her without waking her from the dead. After 10 days, she will no longer be able to be awoken.
So we need to boogie back to
How
Valak.
many days has it been?
It's been like a day or two.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe 3, but like you got time.
Boogie back to Valaki, get the body, and bring her back.
We could do that.
Yeah, that's probably.
I mean, we got other shit to do. Do we really want to go back just to like resuscitate this broad?
What?
She's already dead.
After everything that you did trying to protect her?
Yeah, I already did. What do you want from me? You guys didn't help.
Listen, I'm an agent of chaos, but even I can't handle that level of internal inconsistency.
Listen, you asked me to try and protect her. I tried. She's died.
Napoleon, shut the hell up.
I second that.
Also,
I'm
I
gonna
have
need a saving throw.
said Napoleon's name.
I do have advantage on saving throws when it comes to magic.
Wow. Also, I pulled this thing up. So this is the thing. He explains that the sword is broken. It is a hilt, actually. So it was the Argynvost blade. Now it is the hilt of Argynvost.
How do I utilize the vicious mockery?
You just call somebody by their name.
I did. He
Who?
failed the save.
Oh, Napoleon? Yeah, so let's go back up. Where did it say vicious mockery? Yeah, so you unleash the thing. So he's going to suffer. It's 2d4 because you're past level 5. So you're going to roll 2d4 psychic damage, Napoleon. Okay, John, you can roll it for him. So only 3. So you can take 3 psychic damage. You're very insulted.
I mean, that hurt a whole lot.
Hurt your feelings. Not a whole lot. It just hurt your feelings by 3. Imagine like...
Never mind.
I forgot.
Quarter of how much I have left.
My bad.
That hurt a whole lot.
I forgot I took these mushrooms.
Yeah. And Sergei says, upon Lugdana's death, this holy amulet went missing, but she is buried at the Abbey of St. Markovia. And with that, unless you have any questions for Sergei, he is going to disappear back into the pond, back into the stone.
That wasn't very helpful.
Well, I mean, he just gave us a bunch of. He told us more about some quests.
Yeah.
He said he can show us where it is, and then he did. But I guess he wants us to bring Irina back before he helps us out.
Well, I mean, he did.
Well, he's like, here's the temple, get the fucking sword, bro. And bring me my girlfriend.
Alright, let's go find a place to crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do a long rest.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the water, and I'm gonna retreat the Amberstone.
Okay. All right. Are you guys headed back to Kresk?
Yeah. Who
Okay.
we gotta talk to crash?
Darvich, if you want to head to the inn, as it were.
Yeah, Darvich has money for us for the the corpse.
Oh, he might.
That's true. He does.
Whereabouts the Darvish?
He's in the place. You'll find him. Go figure it out.
Alright, well, I'll stand here, and I'll do a perception check, I guess.
Where are you standing?
Can
Okay.
I just yell his name and see who yells Al?
Yeah, you could. Well, let me see here. Okay.
On a 7, do I successfully read any signs that could tell any of these are Burgermaster's house?
No, you cannot. But I mean, you're not like absolutely, brain dead. Like you see a big house in front of you. It's the biggest. Legolas, go ahead and give me a shout.
Master's house.
I mean, it's a 30-foot
Yeah.
radius.
Yeah. I guess you have to know their name. Oh, you do, right? Yeah.
I found it.
Shout it.
You
Oh, you
should
found him?
follow, yeah.
All right. Well, everyone just looks at Legolas.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so he's found Darvich. So you basically come into Darvich's place, and Darvich's place is like a large house that has been. It's like he rents it and stuff. He was a great trapper once. You can see like animal skins and all this kind of stuff. But you also notice that he has no leg. So he lives in Kresk. Presumably a wolf took his leg because it's fucking written right then.
Where are you guys?
Where's,
Oh, there you are.
where's your leg, friend?
Did you say, where's your leg? He says that it was taken by a wolf they call White Claw.
Ah,
Oh, it's a black
Funny.
person.
funny you
Well, we have his names for you.
I do have him.
He looks at you and he says, "Her, you mean?"
Yes.
It's a monster.
Um,
Don't act like you know her pronouns.
he's intrigued. He's walking with like crutches over to you. He's interested. Go on. Prove it, as it were.
I break it out. I bust it out. Hold it up. Dangle it.
He is like a mouth agape, like surprised, and very like awestruck. He has seen this skin before, as it were, or this pelt, in real life. He like falls back and kind of like explains that he was out trying to protect his wife and his son, and they were attacked by White Claw, and his wife and son were basically eaten. He lost his leg, and he's been alone ever since. He has basically been putting out a bounty that nobody has claimed ever. He's going to pay $1,000 right now for this hide, if you want it.
That's
Done.
pretty great.
Excellent.
All right.
Share that though. It's joint effort.
I did shoot him in the joints. I agree.
Okay, so what he is going to do, get off of that square, Faendal, for me. Thanks. He is going to open up his shop as well. Yeah. Are you guys going to share it? Is that how it's going to work? I guess that's how it should
Yeah.
work.
I mean, I don't want it, but
Okay.
fine.
We
You all level up together.
We also.
Oh,
I
oh.
think
Who got it?
I did throw a bunch of lightning at it.
I think just Faendal got it. Hold
I
on.
killed a whole bunch of them.
You didn't give it to me.
Did you have 1358 before?
Oh no, it hasn't reset then.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me get out of this. I forget that I have to actually click on your characters in order to do it.
I still only have 358.
Yeah, 1 second. Here you go.
Ooh, Warhammer +1.
Yeah, they got fancy.
Now,
Silver.
here's the thing. Faendal, you remember very faintly talking to Thimdall in Valakai about, what the fuck, bro? Don't you have any armors? And he's like, there's an armorer in Kresk.
Oh.
Darovich is a amateur armorer, but has a number of armors that may be worthwhile.
What does my armor do? So I studied that one. DC 12. Okay.
I will buy 2 silver darts.
So while you guys are sitting and shopping or whatever, he's like, I was a wolf hunter, even hunted werewolves. There are stories of werewolf clans that live in caves to the north. There's an old hunter, in fact, who lives in a cabin in the mountains. His name is Skenis, and he told me of the clan and their secret den. I climbed the mountains to hunt and kill these demonic beasts, but they took my leg and killed my wife and son. I managed to crawl back to Kresk. I've hunted them all my life, but now I am old and too weak to hunt them down, and I have little to offer in wealth, but perhaps I can share my knowledge of Barovia. You are always welcome to stay here as well. And he is basically going to let you stay here for free. He's such a fucking nice guy.
Can I see the Warhammer +1 stats?
Yeah, 1 sec here. If anybody wants to see anything, I can just give it to you temporarily. Where is it?
Oh, do you silver things, by the way?
Um,
You guy who would silver things. You've got silvered weapons.
he actually explains that he doesn't silver weapons because he's more of an armorer, but the Burgomaster silvers things.
Oh,
The
we
bur-
were just there.
Yeah, the burgomaster has a lot of experience with silvering things. Presumably, he would even silver things for you for free. I gave you the Warhammer +1 to examine it.
Oh, thank you.
Can I take a look around his apartment? Can I roll for perception?
Yeah.
This guy seems like he might have something worthwhile.
Yeah, 16. Let me see here. Hold on.
Wait, it's not even as good as my silvered warhammer.
No? What's your silvered Warhammer?
My silvered warhammer is +6 to hit, and 1d8 +3 bludgeoning, which becomes 1d8 plus. Sorry, it becomes 1d10 +3 bludgeoning when I use it versatile.
Let me see.
The light hammer is plus. Okay, so now it is plus. Oh, okay, and it's changed again. 1d4 +4. No, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Warhammer.
John, pull it together.
Sorry. It's magical?
You have bonus to attack and damage rolls made. Yeah, it's magical. 1d10, 1d8 plus mod +1. Yeah, that's just what it is. Yours is better, but what do you want me to say? Don't buy it. Yeah, because this is a 1d8 +2. Yeah, yours is better.
Oh, it's because it's considering my mod to be strength, which it shouldn't.
Which, on your one that you currently have?
No, on the Warhammer +1.
Hold on. Okay, is everybody else equipped or whatever?
I mean, I don't think there's anything in the store for me.
No, it says...
Oh, wait, those boots are very expensive, no?
Yeah, I can't change
Yeah,
it. It
they're
is
too
strength.
pricey.
Because, like, you would think that it would just be +1 up on my.
You probably 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold. What are you gonna do with 1,000 gold?
Buy the high armor +1.
Yeah, it
That's
just
for
isn't as good.
+1.
Yeah, it gives me exactly +1.
I mean, I guess I could. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to sell. How can I sell something?
What do you want to
Do I have
sell?
to hit the trade button?
Yeah, I
You
think
go to
so.
trade, yeah. And you put it in the middle.
I see.
And then
I
use
got
the
it.
trade block.
I'm just doing this just to see.
You want me to spot you 1,000 gold? That's not cheap.
Nah, that's alright.
Okay, if anybody wants to...
No, okay.
Are you guys going to go to bed, basically, here, too?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so anybody who wants to do a long rest activity or anything, we can do that. And you guys can finish
I'd
buying.
like to dig or make more poison.
Make more poison.
Never have too much poison.
I'd like to practice on the
And if I'm back to shitty
a little bit
poisons
more.
or one good poison, I might as well sell my 2 shitty poisons.
Well, you don't know if they're shitty. They're
I'd like
just
to find out why
lower
this
DCs.
Warhammer is giving. Oh no, that must be why. Because it must be treating my modifier as strength.
Yeah, but
Instead of
it's
treating the
because it's...
modifier as dexterity.
I cannot change it, though. That is what I'm saying, because it is a martial melee.
I can change it.
How?
Ability modifier to. I just want to see if this actually does it.
Oh, I see. Doing it that way?
So now let's take a look at it.
What'd you set it to? Dexterity?
Yeah, so now it's. That makes more sense because now it's +7 to hit.
Let me see.
1d8 +4, so it's +1 on everything now.
Let me see.
Wait, did this guy have any quivers?
Oh, I can give you a quiver, Josh.
Yeah. You can take that, John. That's right.
Yeah, I have a quiver.
Put it as dexterity. That's fine.
But it
If you're gonna
doesn't
buy it,
come-
though.
But it
Yeah,
doesn't
now
come with arrows.
I'm thinking about
Oh,
where
it does
I
come
want
with
to buy it.
arrows.
I've got the money.
No, I'll give you arrows as well.
Oh, thanks. Okay, because I have 2 quivers right now. Actually, I have. What do I have?
Sachi, do you want to read or anything?
Could she attune to the face staff?
Yeah, I
Ooh.
think so. Let me see.
Okay, so I've got 3 quivers now.
I'm giving you some arrows in a second.
Yes, I'm gonna say you absolutely can attune to the face staff, but you aren't gonna like it.
1 arrow.
Like it?
It's
I
just
don't like it.
so.
I'll poop you.
No, it's fine.
I believe that.
Here, should I spend $1,000 on a Warhammer +1?
Okay, hold on.
Why not?
So, Kyle,
Yes,
if I were to create poisoned arrows,
you're attuned, Sachi.
how much poison, or how many arrows would I be able to poison with one of my poisons? And if I dump poison on them now, will it wear off over time, or can I just say that these are poisoned arrows?
No. So okay. So here's how I'm gonna rule on poison for everybody. So you can use a poison to, like, I will say a poison has 4 charges for small items or 2 charges for large items. So if you're gonna poison a sword blade, you get 2 charges. If you're gonna poison arrows, you get 4 charges, kind of thing, out of a single potion. If you're gonna poison a person, like putting it into their wine or some kind of thing like that, then I will also say it's 2 charges. Like, it's, you got to put a significant amount. But your shitty attempts were lower DCs than your main attempt, and this is like a stock basic poison. Like, you can make different kinds of poisons with different kinds of ingredients theoretically, but you're just making like a stock poison. It may not even be a lethal poison. You haven't even used these poisons yet necessarily. What do they say specifically? Let me see. Yeah, poison for 1 hour. So these basically, yeah, they're just poison. They're going to get disadvantaged. These are not like lethal poisons. These are just like disadvantaged.
I'm not wearing light armor.
So when someone's just poisoned, they roll at disadvantage.
Yeah, so click on the little thing. Can you see it in your potion thingy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you wearing light armor?
So if you click poisoned,
Yeah.
a poisoned creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the creature is also unconscious. While poisoned in this way, the creature wakes up if it takes damage or if another creature takes action to shake it awake.
Okay.
But you can, there's all sorts of different poisons that you can make, theoretically, too.
How do I go about making different kinds of
I'll send you a thing. You got to get ingredients, basically.
Okay.
Oh, you've got the chain shirt.
Yeah.
You're not wearing. Can you wear?
But these poisons are essentially stock D&D
armor?
poisons.
Can you wear armor on top of the chain shirt?
Sorry, say that again, Kyle.
These are
I think so.
D&D poisons, like rules as written.
Okay.
Why
But
do you ask, John? What are you thinking?
in the future, okay, so once I'm able to make poisons that I'm happy with, would I be able to then make enough poison at a time to just poison a bunch of arrows and then have a quiver of poisoned arrows?
Yeah, so if you have, like, you have 2 of these poison, we can just make you a new item called poison arrows.
Antar, I'd love to
That's exactly what I
you
need.
buying
Yeah, okay.
armor for a
Hold
+1
on.
and pay for that small gold ring that gives you a +1. Because I can't get armor,
A quiver and a fuck ton of arrows.
but I could contribute to your armor.
Yeah, hold on.
And
The
trade
hide
you.
armor +1 is as strong as my chain shirt. So that's a no-go.
That's what I was asking. Can you wear padded armor
No, I
on
have to
top of a
take
chain
off.
shirt?
I don't think that I can because both the ACs are 13.
Padded armor is 13?
Padded armor. No, that's heavy armor. I can't wear heavy. Oh, no, that's light armor. That's AC 11. That's lower than my chain shirt.
Yeah. Well, that's also super cheap. Like, I wouldn't. Hide armor +1 is 13.
give him my gold ring. I stole it. It's mine.
Wait, what the fuck is splint armor?
It's heavy armor.
Oh, it's
It's heavy armor.
It's so cheap. Actually,
It's
its
so
AC
heavy.
is 17. I think that's higher for me. I could actually wear that armor.
Can you wear heavy armor?
Yeah, and it doesn't slow me down because I'm a dwarf.
Yeah, but are you unarmored movement and stuff? I don't think so.
Unarmored movement. I won't be able to move quite as much.
Oh, the hide armor is.
I mean, like
That's
you can
medium
move
armor.
like 100 feet every turn. I think that's the worthwhile sacrifice.
So right now at the 6th level, I'm gonna lose 15 feet of movement if I put that armor on. I have 50 feet
That's
right now.
nothing, bro.
I'd lose 15 feet and I'd gain 1 AC.
15 feet for 1 AC. I'll make that deal any day. As you, not as me, because I only have 20 feet of movement.
Okay, Fandel, do you see? I'm going to take one of your potions away, which is 4 charges, and I'm going to instead replace it with an item.
Gotcha. Fuck. And then did you take?
And I
Did
gave
you
you.
reduce arrow count?
No, I should also do that, yeah.
I'll have to sleep on this.
There you go.
Because it's also really heavy.
How heavy
Is
is
it?
it? I'm also gonna use the second attack spree poison to make it.
Alright, you do it then.
Yeah.
Alright, while you guys are doing this bullshit, Darovich is like, hey, listen, the Abbey is up there. The werewolf den is up there. And there's also this campsite where Skenis lives. Skenis was the previous wolf leader, but he's old. So that is the intel that he gives you while you guys are all sharing a drink. So there's the Kresk Forest Crossroads. We saw a sign for that, so that leads north. There's the St. Markovia Road, which is to the Abbey. And then the Shrine of the White Sun, you've already been there and met Sergei. And you guys can all take your long rests if you haven't already.
Torches aren't worth it.
It kind of seems like you're telling us to go there, though.
Well, you can do whatever you want. You're in Kresk. You can go wherever.
Start dealing with some more holes. So just go fuck it up.
Wait, I gotta fucking drop some weight.
You're overburdened.
Yeah, me too.
Emma.
I've got a bunch of shit I'm carrying.
Yo, anybody have a problem with me selling this stupid Blinsky toy? This rocking horse? Weighs 10 pounds.
After you carried it so far and after you carried it far and wide, you're gonna sell it?
It weighs 10 pounds. If somebody else wants to carry this thing, you're welcome to it. Otherwise, I'm gonna sell it.
I was waiting for you to be like, oh, I'm going to make a trap where like we steal Strahd's horse and replace it with this and hope he doesn't notice. Yeah, that's how we defeat him.
I mean, sell it if that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, if I wanna buy this armor, I gotta lose some weight here. Anybody want some hempen rope?
I think I already have some. Let's see. I already have 50 feet.
I've got 50 feet of hempen rope. If anybody wants it.
Nah, I think I've got enough rope for us.
It's not even worth anything to sell, so I gotta drop it.
Sachi, why don't you go investigate the family graveyard? While these guys are... You're going to take a little leisurely walk over to the graveyard. Or don't. But I'm just putting it back into your mind. Can you even hear me? Hello?
I can hear you.
Oh, I was waiting for her little token to go over there. Are you doing it, Faendal? Let me see here. Give me a roll, somebody on this graveyard. So, let me see. What did you roll, Faendal? Investigation. You see like a few scattered green lizard scales and some fur. Yeah.
Do a survival on the fur.
Yeah, this is like not any kind of like fur that you've really seen recently. It's kind of like a gross matted like you were reminded of like when you saw Cyrus Bellevue, this mongrel folk. Like it's like weird gross hair.
Steps or anything?
Say again?
Do I see any footsteps or anything?
Not on those rolls you don't.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, Napoleon could take a look. On an 18, no, you don't. You just see these little scales and fur, little green scales and fur. You can also see like twigs and stuff around the graves have been like moved. There's dug up graves, I should say, like, but you don't see anything. Napoleon on a 10. You can see like digging and stuff like that. It doesn't look like any sort of like footprints or anything like that. Just digging around these graves. Empty graves, I should say. They've been dug out.
Can I do a quick perception check to see if there are any tracks that I might notice?
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you crouch down. You see a set of meandering, mismatched, like foot and paw prints leading towards the northeastern side of the village. Like it is going upwards towards the abbey, it looks like.
Towards the abbey.
Of course, because the abbot is a werewolf, and that's why he's so seclusive.
Well, he doesn't. These are mismatched footprints. Like there's a footprint and a paw print, and a footprint and a paw print. So it's like left foot, right foot kind of thing. They're down behind the burgomaster's manor.
Alright, here's another question. Can I try to stealthily open up this here cellar?
Yeah, and Sachi, on your 12 Arcana, let me just see here. You see around Alana's grave, there's like a lack of vegetation. Like it's almost as if like in her grave there's some sort of, or was some sort of energy that was causing these plants to not grow or something like that. Like there's no life around the grave, but it's been dug up anyways. Give me your strength. Well, how do you want to do it exactly? Trying to get in these cellar doors.
I mean, I want to use my tools. Well, first of all, are the cellar doors locked?
Yeah, they're locked.
Yeah. Alright, then I would like to use my thieves' tools.
Okay, do it. Yeah, you're able to unlock the cellar door.
Can I
You're
do
gonna
a
enter.
perception check to see if I can... Yeah. Sorry? Oh, amazing.
Well, it's open now, so you can.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we should boogie down there and just take a quick look-see.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a quick peek. I'll take a quick peek.
Yeah.
Also, did everyone rest? Does anyone already rest? Because I have not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can. I mean, is it the morning? I guess it's the morning.
And
We know it's just
if everyone's rested.
Yeah, might as well be the morning.
The armor,
Okay.
but they won't let me use it properly.
Why?
I don't know.
All right, we'll figure it out. Can you get in there? No? Okay, so you're going to hop in there. You're able to basically get in.
Nice. Can I
Fernando will put you in too.
Ooh, confidence. Can I do a quick perception check, please?
Yeah. Can you guys hear wind or no? Why don't I hear wind? There we go. There's a little wind. Okay, your perception. So you notice that there are some wine things here. These are full wine caskets, first of all. And 1 second here. What did you roll? A 25?
25.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You found a secret door. There's a secret door here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, hold on a second here.
Nothing gets past me.
Yeah. How come I can't even see it? Hold on. There we are. Hold on. I'm trying to open the damn thing. There we go. You find a secret door. Yeah, so when you guys basically go into this secret door, you see what looks to be like some blankets and sort of things in the middle there, and like a plate with some leftover meat and stuff like that. Some of the other plates are empty, and all chains against the wall are like fastened with manacles as if they go around people's wrists and hold them in place. You get the impression that this is not a prison. This is a little bunker where werewolves like spend the night, kind of thing.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Neat.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Would look at it.
Look at
Is
us.
there anything else in this room?
Let me just see.
Or in this room? Or is it just like the wine caskets and...
Yeah, it's just the wine caskets. Now, these all are labeled Champagne du l'Estampe. These are some good wine caskets, and two of them are full, and one of them is half full. So you can certainly
Oh.
take a little bit of this.
Right now,
Yeah, you're up at the top of the stairs in the room. Yeah.
if I'm in the room right now with them, I'm gonna empty out all of the wine that's in my wine flask and fill it with their wine.
I was actually about to say, can I dump the bottles of purple grape smash that I had and fill it up with Dillastomp?
Yeah, they're corked bottles. Yeah, you can cork them again. Sure.
And likewise, I will also empty out my water skins of the poison wine and replace it with the Dose Stomp, with the champagne wine.
Okay.
Kind of like stealing.
Kinda.
Kind of, but like,
Not bad.
only if you get caught.
Isn't
Not
that
participating.
corruption?
Yeah, I'm not participating. Thank
Isn't
you.
that cheating the taxpayers?
Should I just edit it myself?
Yeah, you can edit it yourself. Yeah. I just put, and Legolas, I gave you yours because you're not there. I put wine from Kresk Manor.
Thank you. I'll be there in a second.
Yeah, so you find in the basement of the Baron's or the Burgomaster's manor here, shackles, basically. But like comfortable blankets and stuff like that. Like this is, and they're silver shackles. So there's something going on here, you know?
Positive check.
And then what about these here coffins? Are they closed?
Which coffins? Yeah, they're empty coffins. They're open, but it looks as if there's a skull in one of them, but I don't have a narrative beat for that, so I'm just gonna say they're just empty coffins.
Alright, so it's just garbage.
talk to the Burgomaster about silvering my new Warhammer.
Okay. Yeah, so let's take you back here. This is the main floor.
Neat.
What's neat?
Alright, back to the front.
Nothing like a little bit of theft to get the blood to really get the blood flowing.
Yeah.
Oop, too far. Hey, Mr. Burgomaster.
Yo. How you doing? Good morning.
Good morning. I hear you silver things.
Yeah, he does silver things, and he says, absolutely, he'd be honored to silver things if you would help find his poor innocent son.
So, like, this will make it much easier for me to do that.
Okay, well, he agrees with you. Give me a persuasion, to see how urgent this is.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Might as well.
To persuade with advantage.
A 16. Okay, yeah, he's gonna get working on it right away.
Excellent.
And he will have it ready for you soon. I don't know.
Excellent.
Absolutely. Doesn't take that long for him to do it. He's like a fully pro guy.
You rob this guy, and then you ask him to make you a weapon.
Yeah. So exactly right. You go down and take his.
And while I'm waiting, I'd like to ask for some wine.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this guy likes you. He gets Anna to go and grab another bottle and absolutely cracks it. She brings it to you guys, and you can absolutely have more wine. So if you don't have inspiration, you can have it back. While he is doing this, like right in front of you, silvering this thing, you see he's got a bunch of swords over here that he's like.
Can I roll some kind of insight or something to learn the process? Because I have silver.
Yeah, you can watch him do it. Yeah, and we'll do a perception check. As you're watching him do this, he is like blathering on and telling his story, and it goes like this. Centuries ago, the warg came to Barovia. They are as old as the druids and are large, wolf-like beings. They do not have a human form. The warg are wise and ancient, and generally stayed out of human business. But in time, through interaction with humans, the werewolves were born. You see, the werewolves are descendants of the warg, humans that fell to lycanthropy and have adopted their own traditions. For us, the Kreskians, it means that while the warg live in peace in the mountains, we are constantly having to fight off the werewolves, their descendants that lie above our city. And recently the werewolves have divided into two packs, Kirill's pack, coincidentally, and Emil's pack. The leader of the clan, Kirill, has been leading the werewolves down a dark path, leading hunts for human children. Rumors have been swirling that Kirill would force the children to fight each other to the death until only one child was left standing, and then, of course, the winner would be turned into a werewolf, ensuring what Kirill called the strength and purity of the pack. The fallen children, well, they're food, obviously. Now, these actions split the clan. White Claw, an elder female werewolf, and the mate of Skenis, the previous leader, challenged Kirill. White Claw stated, "We do not eat human children. We only eat the animals that we kill, as nature intended." And the battle raged on, but ultimately Kirill defeated White Claw, and in the moment where Kirill was to deliver like the coup de grace, her mate Skenis, the previous leader, stepped in to save her life. Both were respected members of the clan, but both have been exiled under Kirill's rule. Whiteclaw lives in the south, and Skennis on a small property tucked north in the woods. And either are like forbidden to return, otherwise they'll be killed on sight. So this fractured the wolf pack into two groups: those that follow Kirill and those that follow Emil. Emil is Skennis' son. He's arguably the proper wolf pack leader. Now, when Kirill saw some of the clan turning against him, he left. Like, basically, Kirill was like, okay, we're going to take over this clan. And he left. And when he returned, he was with two dire wolves, and their eyes are like glowing red. Kirill claims to have spoken to Strahd and has his blessing as the new pack leader. And Emil, like, no chance of like defeating him with these dire wolves, has left, and nobody knows where he is. Kirill has issued a proclamation that if Emil does not return by the next full moon, Kirill will be the unquestionable leader, and anyone who doesn't fall in line will be exiled or killed. Nobody knows where Emil is, but some believe that Kirill has already killed him. And then he looks at you and says, "It's done. It is silvered."
Excellent.
And I will add that to the description.
And do I learn how to do this?
I'm going to say that you have observed it, but you haven't tried it. So you're going to have to try it and see how that goes. Yeah, I think you've tried it once already, actually, right? But you didn't do well, but you saved the material. So this is your 2 of 3.
I still have a silver.
Yeah.
Alright, so wait, like one more try?
One more either watching or trying and succeeding. It takes 3 to gain 3 dedicated sessions to gain a proficiency in my homebrew. So you've done 2.
I've done 2. Alright.
Yeah.
Now, my friend, that was fascinating. It was a pleasure to watch you do that. Would you mind watching me attempt and maybe giving me some pointers while I tried to do that to my longsword here that I'm holding?
He doesn't have time to watch you now. He's a very busy burgomaster. You're going to have to...
Alright. I'll leave that.
You already have a silvered warhammer now. Go use it for a while.
Silvered Warhammer +1. Oh, excellent.
Okay, where are you guys going? There is the... you can go anywhere. Where do you want to go?
I mean, I think we should go to the Abbey. No?
You can go wherever you want to go. The Abbey is a holy place. You may not necessarily get into combat there, though you're free to fight anybody, really. These wolves are also...
20 minutes to fight somebody before the session's over.
Yeah, I mean, I can go a little late, but if you don't want to go late, like, I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know what we can do in 20 minutes. Even if we get into a fight, it's not going to be over in 20 minutes.
Look for wolves. We could go looking for Emil, or we can go looking for Kirill and just fuck his day up. He was talking that good shit a minute ago.
I'll fight whoever.
Okay, so you're either going to the Abbey or you're going to the forest above Kresk.
Forest it is.
All right, forest it is.
Any objections?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Excellent. Now, I still don't know why it won't save my...
So you guys come...
AC when I equipped splint armor.
I'll investigate it, don't worry. Just give me a minute. Go into the formula, click the little pen thing.
Yeah, I did that.
It might be an active.
I can actually, like, right now it says unarmored defense monk, which is the right formula, everything's right. But then I can click equipped armor, and it says 18, which is correct, and I click update, and nothing happens.
Okay, I'll figure it out. Okay, so you guys.
By default is 18.
Well, it's with this
If I
unarmored.
put on this flint armor.
Yeah, for now we can just do this. Oh, it won't change.
Is it because I'm wearing too many things?
Maybe. Let me see if I can even do this.
Try this.
Okay, anyways, you guys are above the walled city of Kresk. You're at the forest crossroads. The snow here falls heavily. The air is muted and flat, and you guys notice like two paths. Okay, so there's a path that leads northwest to the mountains, and a small path that leads through the woods to a clearing. The small clearing, you've been told, is a cabin where Skenes lives.
Let's just head there. I'll know where the dens are.
Yeah, at the very least, he might know where Emil is. Which it feels like we kind of need to find him.
Okay, so you guys come to a cabin in the woods here. It's basically like an old cabin. It sits on stilts, and that's most likely to avoid like the heavy snow drifts and basically the thaw that happens. Like this is a very, very snowy area. Smoke billows from the chimney, but in fact, you see this guy, a bearded, mustached, long-haired, wise, old-looking man coming from the outhouse as you guys roll up on him. Here, let me throw you guys in here. You can walk around if you want to. He's like caught off guard and basically doesn't know what to make of you guys and doesn't say anything but just looks at you guys. That's you.
We're looking to kill some werewolves. Care to point us in the right direction?
You wouldn't happen to know where we can find one that goes by the name of Kirill, would you?
He absolutely knows who Kirill is. And he says, "What do you want of Kirill?"
Just his head.
Blood. Violence.
Give me a persuasion.
I'm gonna roll this one.
Or intimidation, you could even do.
I'm going to use my inspiration. Because,
Haha.
damn, that's not great.
He says, "If you are here to take out Kirill, Kirill has disgraced our clan, even our god, Mother Night. The statue that is in the wolf den that we worship is now drenched in the blood of human children. I can help you remove Kirill from power.
Cool.
If you can, you shall have the allegiance of the entire clan."
Deal.
And let me see if I'm going to give you, if you guys go to your acquaintances page, I will give you,
We don't need help, but we'll take it.
yeah, might as well. Give you a few peeps.
Would it be under Kresk, or would it be
It's in your Peoples of Barovia.
People of Barovia? Ooh.
Yeah, so basically he explains to you, hold on. He explains to you that he has attempted to reach out to the Warg, who are these like ancestral werewolves, to try and get them to disarm or disable Kirill's new rule. And there's kind of been like battles going on, but the Warg are not necessarily, they haven't been successful. The Warg generally have like a live and let live policy, but he asks if you're going to try and remove Kirill from power, that you try and reach out to Gimrock. Gimrock is the leader of the warg, and if you can convince him to aid you, he has no love for Strahd, and if Strahd is in line with Kirill, they will definitely help you. And then on top of that, if you could find his son, Emil, he should be reinstated as the rightful pack leader, but people don't know where he is. Alternatively, also, he says, if anybody is suffering from lycanthropy, I can perform the taming ritual. But we would have to get to the shrine of Mother Night, which is in the wolf den up ahead.
The wolf's den where Kirill is
Yes.
currently residing?
Yes.
I mean, how strong is this guy? You guys are all scared of him.
He's the leader of the wolf pack. He's a pretty strong guy.
How much stronger is he than White Claw?
So,
White Claw was the previous leader. Like, we took him out like it's nothing.
well, the thing is, so White Claw is Skennis's mate. So you just confessed to Skennis that you took out White Claw. He's gonna do an insight check on this. What did he just? Yeah, what the fuck? He is instantly outraged and demands an explanation. What do you mean you took out White Claw?
Oh,
He means we killed White Claw.
Good God.
we in trouble.
Yeah.
We
He
were actually
falls
gonna kill White Claw,
to
and
his knees.
we killed White Claw. Because that's what we do.
Oh
We
my
want to
goodness.
kill people and we could do it for money.
Yeah, you.
Now we
you
were asked to kill Kirill, and that's what we're gonna do next.
yeah, this guy's absolutely devastated and basically just begins to leave to go inside, has nothing else to say. And basically is going to walk up these stairs and he's going to go inside.
Do you think it would help if I told him that I was flaunting her body?
No, probably not outside the town. Yeah.
Guys, does anybody really want to just knock off one of these stilts?
Set fire to the house. Set fire to the house.
Oh my God.
That's
I
gonna
mean,
Can you even say that, Faendal, being neutral?
Let's leave him tomorrow and we'll come back once we've got Kirill. Maybe they'll give us money.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
let's go for Kirill.
I don't know if you guys are neutral these days.
For hobos.
All right. So you guys come back to the crossroads here. Are you going to proceed north?
To the
Wolf Den? Yeah.
Yeah.
All
To
right.
the werewolf den.
I mean, are we prepared? It might be tough.
We're all healed up. I've got a bunch of health potions. I've got a bunch of health potions. I've got 2 potions of heroism. I could use a potion of heroism.
How many potions of heroin do you have?
2.
Okay, hold on 1 second. As you guys start to head north, you guys hear the sound of somebody calling for help and the growling of beasts. And roll initiative for me, and I'll be right back.
Our game's paused. I need to
We
roll
told the
this.
director encounter in the game's pause.
Yeah, do it.
Can anybody see what's good?
Game pause.
No, I don't see anything.
Did you mess around?
Yeah, I paused it. I paused it.
Hey, roll initiative.
Probably
Oh.
your call.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because you guys are going to basically do some super investigating.
We would have done a bunch of sleuthing. It's true.
Yeah.
So much sleuthing.
All right.
Alright, so I guess I'm not wearing my armor yet.
Okay. So yeah, basically, you guys. Oh, I should roll on these guys, I suppose. You guys can hear wolves and a man calling for help. Legolas, it's your turn first.
Okay. So. I really wish that this armor had worked. It is upsetting that it didn't.
Okay, hold on a second. Well, we'll just know what it is.
Regardless, I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is
Let's see here.
use a potion of heroism. For
These
1
are
hour.
orcs. We don't really want to kill these guys. They could be allies against Strahd.
We came here to fight, did we not?
I mean, we also, like, you're the one who was adamant about having allies against Strahd.
That was before they were monsters. So I am now blessed.
Yeah, your microphone is super quiet.
Mine?
Yeah.
I haven't changed anything.
Whatever.
Okay, so what are you doing, Legolas? Let's go.
Yeah, so I've used my potion of heroism.
Okay.
Which makes me blessed. And I get 10 temporary hit points.
Okay. I'll add them for you.
And whenever I make a saving throw or an attack roll, I can roll 1d4 and add the number to my attack or saving throw.
Okay.
For 1 hour.
All right.
And then I will move 15. 15 here. Actually, I'm just going to call it right there.
All right. Next.
You don't even see these fuckers yet.
No. Okay, so these guys are basically attacking this poor guy. You can't even see him yet, but they're going to go at it.
Do we know what direction this is happening in?
You guys were headed north a minute ago.
So all we know, okay, just ahead then for sure.
Yeah.
This is
That is a hit. And that is also a hit.
Why is it so dark? Is it not the middle of the day?
Well, you can't see what you haven't been to this area before. Is it really
It's
dark?
daytime.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's a forest. Let me see here. Here, I'll make it lighter for you. There. Now it is lighter in the snowy area. Okay, next warg.
Who can only see 60 feet?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Talk to the D&D creators. That is a miss. Oh no, that is a hit. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, that's you, Sachi.
Okay. Can I even see these people?
Where are you standing?
Technically,
No, not
I have
yet.
no idea what's going on. I don't know how we ended up in initiative order because a fight we can't see is happening on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Barb Skin. That's why.
Where are you? Let me see here. Somebody take a goddamn dash action.
Why?
Yeah, stay over here. Oh my god, this is crazy. That's
I'm 100% running in blind when it's my turn.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, run all your 25 feet.
Well, the guy who can actually run.
My action.
All right.
Bad movement.
Okay, Sachi, what did you do? Just bark skin
Yeah.
and movement? Okay. Okay. So what this guy is going to do is he's going to start running towards you guys. He's going to take his dash. You can see that this guy is like frantically out of breath. He is like injured, and he is running towards you. He is like a bearded guy with like red hair.
Oi! Who are you?
Grand Sword.
He's like, my name is Lars, but there's no time for introductions. You've got to help me, save me.
Why?
He is being attacked by Warg. Faendal, you're up.
We can't hear you at all.
Oh yeah, I can't hear you.
Josh, but I can't hear you.
Josh needs
my
it,
bad.
so.
There we go.
I'm gonna march forward.
All right, do it.
Hey, I can see a thing. Oh my god. Alright, well, I mean, if we shoot, we shoot. So, I guess I'll cast Hunter's Mark on our buddy up here.
Who are you shooting at?
Everyone up here.
This guy, the Warg? Okay.
I can just see.
All right.
Wolf, Warg. Fucker that's gonna get shot at. Are Wargs susceptible to silver arrows?
That's a good question, actually.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's $1 versus $5.
I mean, is it something you would know?
I don't know. I know a lot of things. Actually, I probably should know. I was raised by fucking wolves.
I'm gonna say yes, but I'm actually not 100% sure. Like, cause it might be some shit like, well, these are the pure things. These are not werewolves, right? These are like the pure beast.
Well, in your heart of hearts, what do you think? What do you think?
Well, just fire on the thing first.
Well, I'm gonna hit it.
Are you?
Well, I always hit it. Except for those rare times I don't.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I can't find the answer. I'm gonna say yes just to give it to you. Holy fuck, yeah. Okay, so that's a hit, obviously. Alright, roll your damage.
Okay, damage, it's just Hunter's Mark right now, so it's 1d6. Normal.
Okay.
No, that was a huge amount of damage. I was like a 3 and a 1.
Is that it? Just 9? Wow.
Yeah. After hitting it, actually, I only even shot him with a regular arrow, too.
Okay, Napoleon.
Wait, hold up. I got a second attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when in doubt, and shoot him again. 16?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. And now this time I get to do the all in. There we go, 20 damage.
Okay, there you go. That's a little bit better.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, is that your turn?
Now then.
Okay, Napoleon.
So here's what I have for you. It would rolling for insight count as an action, or can I just roll for insight as this guy's running out of the forest towards us?
No, I think you can just roll it. It's your perception.
Roll insight against this guy.
Okay.
Like this shaggy fucker coming out of the forest. You know what this guy is?
Yeah, so this guy is looks like a wild man. I'm gonna give you his token thing. He is like strong and capable. His look is of a wild man. He's no stranger to the cold. He's like not even dressed for the cold, but he seems fine. But he's outfitted as a hunter. He's got a thick beard. He's Kirill's close ally. This is Lars.
Here's what I'm gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use my bonus
Okay. Give me a. What? How do you want to do it? You want to do it on an intimidation, or what do you want to do? What's your
I'm gonna
vibe?
do it on intimidation.
All right, do it.
If you want us to save you, you're gonna put these on.
Oh goodness. He's not gonna put them on an 8, and in fact, he like kind of like lets out like a growl, and that is followed by a howl.
From him or
Yeah, from him.
someone else?
No, from him.
All right, I guess we're about to fight.
I guess Josh shot the wrong guy.
Live and learn. I'm sure they'll understand.
Alright. Wards are up.
Okay, so Napoleon, are you taking a turn, an actual turn?
Am I able to also hit him? Because I will totally fucking.
Well, you just all you did was roll a insight and then say something to him, right? So you can do it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
Roll an
stab him.
insight.
Because I did warn him that if he doesn't put on.
Yeah, he's not putting them
I'm
on.
going to attack him.
Not putting them on. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm gonna attack him. Crit.
Yeah. That's your crit, 11. All right.
Yeah. Because I don't get sneak attack or assassination.
Okay. Cool. It's gonna be a warg.
That's all I got.
Okay, it's gonna be this guy. These guys are big, huh? He's gonna attack the guy. The guy, Lars. Oh my god.
Oh, gee. Alright.
Yeah, he's gonna do him for 13 damage. Okay, cool. And another warg is gonna come down. This one's gonna attack you, Napoleon,
This was gonna attack me?
because you guys have basically struck. These guys don't know the difference between what is going on. Oops. He's gonna attack you. Ooh, you were able to get out of the way. Okay, Legolas.
Not even close.
Alright. I am going to rush right up into the middle of this fracas. I'm gonna swing at Lars with my new handy dandy silver war.
Oh, just crack him. Yeah, that'll hit him.
Yeah.
Okay. 8
And that's
damage.
silvered.
Yeah, we'll give you a 10.
Then I will do that again.
That's a miss.
Oh my goodness. Alright, then I guess I'll just punch him. But wait, I'm just gonna punch him first. 13?
That's a miss.
That's a miss?
That's a miss. What is this, Babyland? Do you think of fucking AC? This is his buddy, man. 13.
Oh, fuck. That is not good.
Good shot.
Also, on round 2, I should mention 4 wolves appear at the top of this. They're far away from you at this point.
Okay. Fuck. What do you guys think? Key point something? Yeah, it's only key point for another punch. That's not even worth it. Nah, that's it.
That's it?
Stick where it is.
Okay. Also, we're at 10 o'clock. What do you guys want to do here? This is turning into a little bit of a fight. I mean, you can try and, if you're intent on killing Lars, it could be disarmed, but there's new wolves that have just arrived.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a thing. Let's shut her down and pick her up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do one more round of attacks. Just one more.
Yeah, we'll finish. Let's finish this.
15 minutes, please.
Yeah, well, it's up to you.
Let's call it.
Sorry, Napoleon. Let's call it. You're way down in the list, anyways.
Yeah, but if we do go on rotation, and like I'd take that.
That's okay. We can do a short game.
But I guess it is late.
It is late.
Alright.
Tis.
A good session, everybody.
Good work.
Oops. Yeah. Any questions about anything or unsureties that I can
I
clarify?
I'm just gonna want to learn more about poisoning and how I can make different poisons and things like that.
Yeah, so let me show you the thing here.
Research that I was doing during the game here found that like a lot of the poisons that like I can actually apply to weapons need to be harvested instead of actually manufactured. So I need to figure out more on how to manufacture good poisons.
Yeah, well, what we should do is we should figure out exactly, like, what exactly is it that you want to do, and then we can homebrew something that works, like, because there's a bazillion different
I mean,
homebrews.
essentially, all I really want to do is be able to create poisons, like poison arrows that do additional damage when I shoot people over time.
So what is the rules as written poison thing? Let me read it again.
Kyle.
Yo.
Before we end all of this, I want to go out there and say that my turn is not quite over because I am blessed. I can add 1d4 to this 13. I'm not going to bother with the 9 because it wouldn't even matter.
Well, just roll it right now then.
Yeah, I'm going to roll a d4.
Is this on Lars?
Plus 3 would make it would make it a 16.
Wait a minute, what's 13 plus 3? What do you mean?
His unarmed strike.
Yeah, but that attack roll is a miss.
So I got a 1d4 on my attack roll.
Yeah, but okay, so you're just gonna get 3, but it's a miss. That's the thing.
No. That adds to the 13.
It adds
the
to
16.
The attack roll. Oh, that's how it works. Okay. Yeah, then that's a hit. Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah.
Roll the damage on the unarmed strike.
Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. All right.
Since I hit him with my unarmed strike, I am going to key stunning strike him. DC 14 con save.
Okay. Let's see. Oh God.
Lars is stunned. End of the session.
Okay, he's stunned. Lars is stunned. Okay. Yeah. So Faendal, as it currently stands, rules as written, your poison arrows instantly knock people into disadvantage. Basically,
What?
a poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Holy shit.
So that's just rules as written. But I like the idea that you can make a lethal poison or like a potion of a particular effect. So we'll have to look at something, you know.
It's more so like the ability to have the variety to do different things with this poisoner's kit. If I'm only able to make the one poison, then fair enough. But if I can make different kinds and have different arrows for specific situations, that would also be fantastic.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to fucking make 32 flavors. You can have like fucking 3 or something. You come up with what you want and we will work it in, like, you know.
Something you guys gotta work through like after hours.
Yeah.
Paralyzed would be great.
Yeah.
Would be great.
Yeah, so like we can come up with like you can have like 3 whatevers and then we'll put the appropriate DCs in, you know, for like what is the paralyzed DC on the paralyzed spell or something, and then what is the ingredient that makes
We
sense.
also don't want to just like break the game by being like, if you're already never gonna miss, and then you can just decide if somebody's gonna be paralyzed.
Yeah, that's a good point because you're fucking rolling 28s on attack.
Considering Strahd dummy Josh by just slapping him, I'll take it.
So
I
paralyzed.
get that power, like, and like I'm rolling up, like if I punch somebody and bring up my wearing my armor, bring up my thing, bring my AC to 20. Like you're dashing in and out and shit. Like if we become that OP, we just go straight to fucking Strahd.
Yeah, I mean, Strahd literally slapped Josh once and fucking took him out of the equation.
Go
That was
Yeah,
easy.
25 damage. Not to mention that he had like unlimited.
check your
movement.
Discord, Josh.
That was narrative.
Do you see this, Josh? I will post it for
Yeah, yeah.
everybody. So these are like the rules as written, whatever's or whatever. Go to the general chat.
So I mean, it would either have to be a contact poison or an injury poison.
Yeah, but go down. There's flavors. If you go down, there's flavors.
But for here, all of the contact poisons or injury poisons, they'll have to be harvested.
Where does it say harvested?
So, like crawler mucus, this poison must be harvested from a dead or incapacitated crawler.
Yeah.
Purple worm poison, this poison must be harvested from a dead or incapacitated purple worm. Serpent venom has to be harvested from a dead or incapacitated giant poison state, etc.
Gotcha.
You have a poisoner's. I think maybe the poisoner's kit is what allows you to put it on your weapons, but you still have to acquire the poisons.
Well, I mean, the poison on your weapons is really just
The way we lumbered it.
Well, the actual poison, like there is like a straight poison, which is essentially you just go into disadvantage state. That's just like rules as written basic poison. And then there's these other poisons, which are sample poisons.
okay.
I think
So
it's
we need a sample of something.
yeah, I think it's just more like fucking if you pick your samples based on like what you're encountering. Like Sachi's got this purple frog that oozes a slime, and Xanrus has made her a potion, and you guys haven't even tried it. You don't even know what it does, but she has more slime even. This frog just produces slime. Like, you know, that could be harvested, for example.
I can give it a shot.
There's other things that you might encounter. Like, where are you right now? Werewolves. Maybe you can get some werewolf blood or something like that, you know? Like, whatever you might encounter may lead to something, maybe. Because I don't know. I'm not really planning to put in purple worm poison. Like, I got to write in a purple worm? Okay. I'll put a purple worm in, for God's sakes.
Frog does an extra move if, like, after I stun him, I just look down and go, "Fuck you, Lars."
No. I think that's fine.
You think
And
that's fine?
he's going to take 1d4 psychic damage. Because this is vicious mockery. Still alive
He
though.
does have to do a wisdom saving throw
Oh, on yeah, let's see here.
from vicious mockery.
What is this? What's the number? Let's see if it even matters. Oh, he's gonna get that right back. He fucking critted.
Okay.
He freaking doesn't.
His toes may
He
break
is
my
stunned.
bones, but words have never hurt me.
Yeah, exactly.
Your fist might beat me to the ground, but your words are shit.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's call it. Good game. More of a narrative game, but it was good.
Okay, guys, good night.
Peace out.
Peace.
Ciao.
Have a lovely day tomorrow.
Oh, also, I just want to say,
You too.
I think Josh is gone, but that's okay. Legolas has a letter from Leela that you guys should evaluate if you haven't already. It kind of happened in the middle of
Shall
the
we read it
session.
real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, Legolas, can we see it?
I think we did read this.
Yeah, you did read it. This was delivered. This was delivered with Muriel gave it to you. She said she had a letter from
What was the
Leela.
letter again? Let's see. Where's the letter?
It's in the chat.
Oh yeah, vastly.
Yeah, I just put it in the chat.
So it says, Legolas, pen pals, something strange is going on. Everyone in the town is talking about how you guys are the reason the vampires attacked. I don't believe them, but it's all in the news. The night you left me with Vasily, he ended up casting me out when I asked to see Irina's body. He locked her in his manor, and both of them have not been seen since. What is going on? Where are you? Are you okay? Leela.
God bless
She
this
wants-
lady.
she
She's
wa-
so nice.
She's so nice. She wants the D.
Yeah.
Even though like he didn't satisfy her.
That's okay. She
She knew I had the potential to. It had been a while